You gonna shoot spiders with a crossbow?
Roscoe's a swashbuckler, motherfucker. He's down.
Roscoe's
So,
Roscoe's so hell bent on not being in melee. He took my crossbow bolts.
Yep, you offered them to me.
I did.
so
But that did
Steven
still
has
happen.
been dealing with the
What?
personal turmoil that has been building up with he's always been an easygoing guy, helping people out. He's always helping. I'm always going out helping people on the beach. Just helping them drink their beers and whatnot. And because then you have
giving.
to carry all those beers back, and we don't
So
litter.
generous.
We don't litter in Flan,
Yeah.
right? And that's a big fine right there. So Neven, myself has been dealing with those issues, and we'll be looking for ways that can improve himself to help you guys from being so close to death, especially Alf. I mean, Alf is always very badly injured.
Close to death.
Yeah, close to
I
death.
mean-
Very badly
Alf is
injured, yeah.
pretty close to death. Speaking of which, we're live. Go ahead and Alf, tell us about Alf.
About Alf.
That was
man.
a nice, spontaneous, and even introduction. Thanks for that.
Hey! So Alf is a well, I don't think I've ever even figured out what he was before he became Alf. But he awoke in the Shadowfell. Obviously, his earliest memories are just he woke up as a Black Dragonborn, just completely whatever age he is now, 20, I think it's 23 or something like that. With sort of this bond to death or the veil, and a connection of keeping people in or out of the realm of death, and he has this vague memory of his death, but nothing solid. Like there's no real information, but he does know, inherently knows that he died, and this is how he came back, and that there's a reason, and he's trying to find that reason. And in the meanwhile, he's making use of this newfound connection to keep the party alive. Sort of it started as a selfish reason, like, hey, I've been wandering the Shadowfell alone. I need somebody to help me not have to not die all the time. So, but slowly but surely, he's warmed up to the party as a whole. So now he actually legitimately cares, rather than just like, hey, don't die so that I don't die fighting all these things.
All right.
Oh, and when we transitioned back to the or for some of us for the first time back to the material plane, the vision sort of struck a nerve with him. The visage that we all saw. Well, we haven't even discussed if we all saw it, if I'm not mistaken. So the visage he saw, which I guess somehow may or may not come up.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to interrupt you.
You're good.
I kind of rushed the end of last game because I had been trying to get Dave in like the whole time.
Yeah.
And,
Poor Dave.
it just didn't happen. Dave is such a good sport about it. But yeah, it just didn't happen. Then I kind of rushed the end. So yeah, you guys really haven't discussed much of anything. Berwin, introduce us to Berwin.
I am Berwin Llewellyn Vandermeulen. I had to remember my full name. I am a wizard. I'm a sailor. Been doing it for 15 to 20 years. Just traveling around, just trying to make a living, hoping to one day find my lost love.
Tell us some more about that. What happened? What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, I was, just working in the Moonsea area. And into Flan, I met this girl. She was very, very wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a very difficult relationship. She was, of a higher class than I was. I'm just getting all misty-eyed.
All right.
One day she just disappeared. I never could find out what happened, but I don't know. I think there's something up, so I've been searching.
Yep. That's a tragic story. I'm sorry to hear that, Berwin. All right, Roscoe. Who's Roscoe? Who the fuck is Roscoe? Tell
My
us about
name
that
is
guy.
Roscoe P. Blackbear.
Oh God.
I am a rogue
Put your teeth
and
in,
a
Roscoe.
charlatan extraordinaire.
Put your teeth in, man. Your lips
Did you
are
say
flapping.
explodinaire?
Sure. And I am also a swashbuckler. I am a fighter, for sure.
All right.
And right now, man, I mean, I take care of my friends. I might be a little bit of a thief, little bit, but I don't steal from my friends unless like they deserve it.
Unless they deserve it. Okay. All right. Got too much
But
money
right
to
now-
carry or something? Like their pockets are too
Well,
heavy?
we'll get into that later.
Gotcha.
later.
As far as we
I
know,
decide
Roscoe
when
on
they
the up and
deserve
up.
it. No,
And
I
Roscoe's
decide when
is
to
also
deserve it.
very fond of his donkey.
I am very fond of my donkey. Well, I hardly know him, so
too concerned.
but I'm concerned enough not to want to pay too much money to have him
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
have him mistreated and
All right.
such.
All right. How about we already
But-
heard about Neven? Sorry, no. Continue, Roscoe.
Oh, I was saying, right now, things are going pretty well for me, relatively compared to my past. I'm not in prison.
That's. I mean,
That's
you know. That's a
That's-
good. That's a good
that's-
change.
so
That's a good change. All right. How about Lucian? Tell us about Lucian a little bit.
So I am Lucian Hanali. I am a Shadow
Bless
God
you.
monk. I've never been to the Prime Material Drain. Yeah, I know, right? This is going to be quite an interesting experience. You guys kind of saved me from my fucking home that was infested. Don't really know too much about me, but thus far I'm pretty wide-eyed and green. You can probably guess that I'm pretty young. And really just kind of got roped in with you guys because I didn't have anywhere to go.
For those that don't know, what's the Shadow Kai?
Shadowkai is it's a type of elf that's born in the Shadowfell. They worship the Raven Queen. That's kind of what I was looking for. They're really like magically tied to her.
That's cool. I got a pact
Yeah,
with
like
the Raven
A couple
Queen.
things like I kind of noticed that, being that you have the Raven on your shoulder all the time.
Yeah, I mean you're kind of like that 40-20 elf and all that. You know, I didn't think you were cool. Like you were kind of cool.
I didn't
half-elf
think you were too
around.
cool either, because you're kind of, But,
Lucian was hoity-toity.
but I mean,
Alright.
hell, how bad can you be? Yeah.
All right.
I mean, he did have like
So
a
that's
monk
definitely
upbringing, so like he can be kind of stiff about certain things. There's not a whole lot of leniency in a monastery. But like I said, he's also pretty young, so it's not like he's still learning a lot of things.
Oh, but he's not still carrying our loot.
You guys decided he was your pack mule.
All right.
I-
would hope that
I-
was still carrying your
I
loot.
don't think we selected you for that. I think you volunteered for that. But
I
okay,
mean, that's
let's continue.
Probably
All right.
possible.
Let's
So
continue.
where we
Yeah.
left off last
trying to be
game,
helpful.
Roscoe had split off from the group on his way to the Laughing Goblin to pick up his donkey. Right?
My donkey, Bill. Bill is my donkey's name.
Bill is the donkey's name. All right. Fair enough. And the others had gone to one of Roscoe's sort of
Confidants.
disreputable surgeon.
Yes.
What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? I know there's a word.
Like a vet?
Yeah,
A street
sure.
surgeon.
Alley
Yeah,
surgeon,
street
street
surgeon.
surgeon. Yeah.
We take lungs today. Gills come in 2 weeks.
Basically my drug dealer. Basically my
Yeah.
drug dealer.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so
We need a bowl of pork and cabbage soup.
So you
Yes.
all are inside of the everyone aside from Roscoe and obviously Lucian. Although I'll get to that.
Yeah, I didn't even know about Lucian
Yeah,
wandering.
Roscoe's
so,
already
yeah.
gone.
Yeah,
who are we missing in 1, 2, 3, 4?
Dave,
Neven.
I'm
Alf.
here.
Oh no, Alf's
Are you
there.
connected to the tabletop, Neven?
Looks like you
No, it's not showing up. I'm refreshing the server.
Oh my God! Get yourself together, son.
Yeah.
It's not showing up for me.
Suddenly,
even-
Neven died. Suddenly.
You're not even showing as online for me, Neven.
It's showing you all are online.
Goodness gracious.
All right.
Did you ask me if it's showing me as online?
Yeah, let me just restart. Steam.
Does anybody see Neven online on Steam at all?
Let's see.
This is last
Nope.
online 48 minutes ago. You sure you don't have it on private?
Try again.
I'm not his friend on Steam, so
Oh, I'm just gonna have it load again.
Yeah, I gotta have people as friends on Steam too, man. I got.
Check your friends list, Neven, and make sure that it's not set to invisible or whatever it's called. when it
I
comes
never
back
had
up.
shut it down.
I have all two
after,
friends.
All
There's
right.
two
So
of them.
anyway, the rest, all of you aside from Roscoe and Lucian
Lucian.
are, I guess, at the doctor's house with the unconscious dwarf sprawled out across her dining room table. And Roscoe, what was the phrase? What was the passcode again? Does anybody
Oh.
remember?
The passcode that someone
I'll
already
check it.
mentioned. Already.
Oh, I missed it.
I need a bowl of. I would like a bowl of
Oh, that's
pork
right.
and cabbage stew.
That's right. that
Pork
was-
and cabbage stew, by the way, is the famous dish at the Laughing Goblin,
All
which is Roscoe's stomping grounds, kind of.
right. All right. So when you give her the passcode, she just sort of
She says, "Oh, fucking Roscoe."
fucking Roscoe. And she looks at the dwarf on the table, and she looks across at all of you, and she looks at Alf for a long time, and then she says, "You know this isn't going to be free, right? Tell Roscoe."
Roscoe.
Everyone stands there in silence.
Roscoe, I thought you said you were cool.
Yeah,
I'm not even around.
Roscoe, this
Y'all
was your
can't talk-
plan.
Y'all
Roscoe
can't even
is
talk to me.
gone.
I'm gone.
What? Where did he go?
I went to go get my donkey. The Laughing Goblin.
Didn't I say that like 4 times?
You may have, and I just. Anyway,
Also, you
So-
look up,
But
and Lucian is
I'm-
gone.
I'm slick like Rick, so y'all might even not even notice I was
I'm gonna-
gone. Like, lady, y'all.
oh no, I definitely just noticed because I was looking for you and I don't see you. So
He even uses his charm to work his way into this woman's building. You know, I mean, she doesn't have to charge us. I mean, just being in our company and helping out, her fellow man would be pretty cool.
She
I wouldn't say
disagrees.
human because I mean,
She strongly disagrees.
my dice say otherwise. Let's see.
I don't really. I mean,
Sorry, it's fine.
I didn't really ask you for a roll, and she hasn't even given you a price.
No,
so,
the
like,
table's
what
loading for me.
do you-
Well-
Ah, gotcha.
I never had the impression that it was going to be free. Although I did have the I expected Roscoe to be here to help with the introductions and whatnot. How much are we looking at paying to revivify or whatever it is we need to do for this dwarf? Because I've already I already healed him and he just collapsed all over again.
She looks at him and she says, "Yes, his body is broken. It's going to take time to heal, and expertise." And
Is-
she
is-
says, "As far as what it's going to cost, I don't know. I don't even know if I'll be able to do anything for him at all." She sighs and she unlocks a door to a cellar. She opens it up and she says, bring him down here. And she goes
All right.
downstairs.
Okay.
Neven, are you in yet? Are you loaded?
Yeah, I'm in, and Neven takes out a moss agate and passes it to her. And says, please, we should do what we can to help other people.
She says, this is a pretty rock, but if you are trying to bribe me, I mean, I will take it. But this is very unlikely to cover his medical expenses.
Well, let's
So-
get the process started, and we'll figure it out from there.
All right. She pockets the shiny rock.
Y'all are dealing with one of Roscoe's people. Come on now.
Yeah, no, she just.
I'm not there
when,
though.
When
I'm
she
there.
said that, when she realized that Roscoe told you, then she's just like, oh god, these people are here for free, fucking expecting free service, you know. All right, so, Roscoe, you're walking down the paved road, the
Yeah.
mezzanine right here, right? This is sort of a paved road that goes between some shops and
Okay.
around this corner in this area here. You've got like some lesser noble houses, and then inside of this walled off area, you've got the Lyceum of the Black Lord and the major noble houses
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Walking along this way, in here through this grass, all the way around, across the bridge, over to
The Laughing
the
Goblin.
Laughing Goblin. And you walk in, and it's raucous inside, as usual.
Yeah.
Pretty crowded with people, despite it only being about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's already pretty crowded with,
That's yeah.
you know,
Hey.
the usual crowd.
It's wake up drunk time.
Yeah, well, 4
Yeah.
p.m., yeah. You were right.
So my friend that was taking care of my donkey for me, what was his name? I
I don't know.
forgot.
You tell me. The innkeeper's name is Borodak. Borodak
Okay.
Goblin Kicker. He's a dwarf. He's got like bright orange hair. He's bald on the top.
Okay.
But he has an impressive beard.
The name of the guy taking care of my donkey is he was a stable hand named Brussels.
Brussels. Okay. Yeah, no, you don't see Brussels anywhere.
Where the fuck is Brussels at?
I don't know.
Where's my donkey?
Maybe like out back. I don't know. You're
Okay,
inside.
I'm
You're,
gonna walk out
inside
back
of
and
the. There you go. You're inside of the goblin right now.
I'm gonna grab a drink before I go out.
There you go.
Grab
there
a
you
beer.
go. Borodak
and I'm
greets
gonna
you.
walk out back.
Greets you fondly, and he says, "This one's on the house, lad. I haven't seen you in a while, Roscoe. Are you
Well-
Finnegan or are you Roscoe? Which I put your mini out.
I'm Roscoe right now.
All right.
I'm Roscoe right,
All right.
now. Yeah.
At any point, or well, it'll take a little bit of
I
time
will-
to put on
yeah.
that disguise, but yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right.
I'll
So
let
he
you know.
he says, this one's on the house, lad. Haven't seen you in a while.
Well, have you seen Brussels around? He was supposed to be taking care of my donkey.
He's probably out back in the stables. I don't let him in here. He smells
Well.
like shit.
Well, if you have some of that soup ready, man, I'll come back in and get another drink, and I'll pay in full. I got loot this time.
Yeah, Roscoe's got loot this time.
We had a good one.
You
We
walk-
had a good one.
All right, and walk out the front over to the stables, and it's like sounds of horses chewing cud. It smells like what's your buddy's name again? I need to write this down. Hold on a second.
Brussels.
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 Yeah, sounds a lot like that. It sucks. Imagine spending all day
God damn it.
around
God damn
all
it,
that
Brussels.
smacking sounds, and then you hear one fucking just like belligerent ass fucking mule shouting every now and then. Yeah, thank you.
Bill!
I don't even need a soundboard. That's
Bill!
great.
Brussels! What have you done to Bill? Bill looks
damn it.
starved, Brussels.
I moved the mic as far as I could.
Phil
I'm not
looks
goddammit it at you. I'm fucking
absolutely
around with,
emaciated. Brussels. What the fuck? Where's Brussels?
Hold on, I'm writing his name down. I'm slow. All right, this is my fault. Brussels.
Like, put it on.
I go follow the
All right.
trail.
So
of
so you
shitty
see
footprints
Bill.
and find Brussels.
Yeah, you see Bill, and he looks, for the record, he looks perfectly normal and in great
Nonsense.
health. And and Brussels is using a pitchfork to shovel some hay and I don't know, horse feed
Brussels.
into a giant
Have you-
trough around a bunch of horses. You also notice that you forgot this. Bill is the only donkey in this
Okay.
entire stable.
Yeah. Okay.
And Brussels is just shoveling shit. I mean, no, he's not
Okay.
shoveling shit this time. It's hay. He's lucky
Okay.
today.
Well, Brussels.
All right.
Bill was at least freaking
what?
90 pounds heavier when I left.
90 pounds.
Have you been doing your same old shit, feeding my donkey half rations, trying to rip me off?
All right, Roscoe.
You know me.
You know we're
You know me,
friends.
Brussels.
You know we're mates, Roscoe. Why would I do something
Why
like
would
that
you?
to you? Why would I
Why is
mistreat
my
the
donkey skinny? Why
Why
do I
mistreat
see
the
his
donkey?
ribs?
What ribs?
Brussels.
He
Brussels.
pokes at the donkey and it just kicks at the air behind it because it's a fucking asshole.
Look, he's starving
Hi,
so
Dennis.
bad he's angry.
And he says, "This donkey's been chewing up. He's been chewing up me fences. He's been chewing up everything he can get his dirty
Of
little
course he
teeth on."
has,
And you
because
notice,
haven't been feeding him rations.
you notice that he's like tied to the ground with like on like a 10-foot lead with like 15 feet of berth between
Russ.
him and anything else, so like he can't get to anything. He's
Russ.
like, "We had to tie him up here. We had to rearrange the entire stable to tie him up here."
He's a
Roscoe,
good donkey, Brussels.
it's a good
He's a
donkey,
good
my
donkey.
ass.
I mean, technically, he's Roscoe's ass.
So what are you gonna try and charge me for taking care of my donkey when you've been starving him and tying him up like an asshole?
He looks offended. He says, "Roscoe, you know we're friends. I'm just
I'm
gonna charge you the
offended.
normal rate and everything that my boss is making me pay for the donkey that ate up the fences.
Here we go.
You know we don't even like to keep donkeys here, much less for 2 weeks."
I thought you was my friend. I thought we was doing. I didn't expect to be gone 2 weeks, man.
Well, I didn't expect you to be gone
I've
2
been
weeks
eating
either, mate.
slugs and shit.
Eating slugs.
And
Where you been
that's
anyway?
a whole long story. Don't even get me started.
He takes off his gloves and he puts down the pitchfork and says, "Where you been anyway, man?"
I don't even know.
All right.
I've been, yeah. I don't.
Yeah,
how long have you known me? Why are you gonna ask me questions like that? That's silly. Don't ask me where I've been.
I just told you we were friends, Roscoe. Hoy,
But
wherever
yeah,
you've been,
you
it's
know.
it's put a number on your attitude, mate.
Well, no. What you did to my donkey put a number on my attitude, man. How much? What's the damage gonna be?
Hoy, well,
It's some bullshit.
the 2 weeks at the discount friend rate, we're looking at about 18 gold, and then he points at a side of the stables that's like fucking chewed to bits. And he says, "That's gonna be about another 25."
That was on you. If you had been feeding my donkey, that wouldn't have happened.
Alright, Roscoe, you know I fed your donkey. You know I love all these
I'm
animals.
looking at the proof right there. No, you didn't feed that donkey. He ate fence posts because you was an asshole. You was trying to do me like you do everybody else and feed him half rations.
Okay, well he looks very hurt. Roll a persuasion, I guess, right?
Oh, damn, Roscoe, you swindling son of a bitch.
Okay, that's 22.
Yeah, he just make it the 18 gold, Roscoe.
All right, I'll make the 18 gold if you throw in a bit and bridle and some armor.
All right, Roscoe,
authority.
you know I can't afford that. Get out of here.
What
Stable
if?
boy.
What if? What if?
Okay,
Look,
so
on my journeys,
back over
on my
to
journeys,
the back over to
I
you
got a
guys.
really.
All right, what do you got? Come on, let's
Okay.
go.
I was gonna say, on my journeys, I discovered a really fine bottle of wine. What if the 18 gold and a bottle of wine?
Roscoe, I'm not in the
From-
mood for this.
from a
Please let me
king's-
get back to
there
my
was
work.
from-
He puts
it
his
was
gloves
8
back on. He picks up his pitchfork and he goes back to work.
All right.
You just swindled him out of like probably 2 weeks' pay. He's not too thrilled or keen on sharing wine with you right now. So he goes back to work.
Shit.
We're now going to switch back over to you guys. Back at the doctor's place. You've successfully brought the dwarf down the stairs, and she lit a bunch of torches down in her basement. And it doesn't look like the most sanitary of places, but this is Roscoe's people, so you know it's going to be on the cheap, right?
Right.
So she, she starts to bandage him up, and she, kind of turns to you and is kind of curious as to why you're still here. She didn't say anything. She just kind of turns back to you, and that's the feeling that you get.
When
How
the
long
dwarf
is
comes
this
to,
gonna take?
What? Pardon me?
Do you think you can fix it?
Can
Go
I
on,
fix him? I can try. I can try, but again, it's going to take some time. You probably won't want to wait here.
when the dwarf is awake, can you send word for us?
Aye. Roscoe's easy
Very well.
enough to find.
Very well.
Easy
We'll-
enough to contact. Not easy enough to
Yeah.
find. He's easy enough to get in touch with.
I got
Good.
connections.
In that case, we'll tend to other matters while we wait on you to do what you can for our subject here, if you will.
Very well. Okay, so you guys all exit out back onto the street. I'm gonna put on some. I found this cool like ambience, like city stuff. I know you guys can't hear it, but it'll play on the stream. Hopefully it's not too
I
loud.
did actually find some ambiance stable sounds.
Hopefully
but,
that's. Not too
I'll
loud.
link it to you in the Discord thing.
Even Berwin. Have either of you seen Lucian in a while?
It was about that time I noticed that Lucian wasn't around either.
About that time, I realized there wasn't no Loch Ness monster.
350 to Mr. Lightning Monster.
All right, so yeah, no, you both
Yeah.
look around and realize that Neven is. I mean, God damn it, Lucian is nowhere to be found. I need to turn this down, but it's acting weird in my browser for some reason.
It could be a problem. Wasn't he carrying some of the stuff from our haversack that exploded?
Yeah, but he's the monk. I mean, monks don't use money. They don't do anything.
I mean,
Berwin, what say you? I mean, have you ever heard of a monk spending money? Berwin?
Not generally, no.
Yeah.
But I don't know what his order is like.
It's true. It's true. We don't know a whole lot about the Shadar-kai, or this particular Shadar-kai, and this particular order. To be fair, let's
And at the end of the day, what is money? I mean, we got our health. We're back in the Conventual Clean.
Lucian. Just stuff.
you
Just
even you do
metagaming.
you bring up a. No, he
Sort of.
has. So out of character, Lucian
Yeah.
has our bag of quote unquote negligible weight items,
Yeah.
which includes.
I mean, you
Like-
can totally say that in character. You know what bag you gave him.
Well, yeah, but Roscoe's not there.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Oh,
just said
that's
that.
true.
He has all of our. He has all of our.
Okay.
our
You're not
stuff,
here.
Shut up.
Shut your face.
Our money stuff.
I'll shut up.
So
Stop explaining things
Back
to
in
Roscoe. He's not
character.
even there. Stop talking to yourself.
Shut up, man.
I mean, I think the concern isn't that this fella has a bag of items. I mean, if anything, we should be worried about that he may not know how things work here. Somebody might fuck him up.
I was going to say exactly that. I mean, you say that the monk might not use money. He may not know the value of the things in the sack he carries. We did give him the bag full of like the golden treasures and trinkets and whatnot. And furthermore, even if he did somehow find a way to sell it, you do remember that he tried to gamble his only gold coin to me in a game of dice. A game he
What
had
does that
never
say
played.
about you, Alf?
That I didn't take his gold coin. It says a lot.
That's good. Yeah, that's quite good. Yeah,
But
that's
for
just a
him?
good guy.
For him to play a game of that he has no idea how to play and gamble his only what I don't want him gambling away all my gold. Okay?
Fellows. I had
Your
some
gold.
on
I
the
don't see your
shoulders.
name stamped on it.
Some of that is
down.
my gold. Rowan's
We'll
right.
Find him.
Find the Shutter Guy and
I
we'll
will get
solve
this
the whole
settled.
problem.
It doesn't say Gaily Blue Man on it.
It can. I've got acid breath. I can etch everything in there if I want to.
True, that's
Okay.
pretty cool.
Or more
Well-
likely just turn it into a big puddle.
Okay,
But-
While
so
they're going on,
Yep.
I summon my familiar, send them up into the air,
okay,
and go about scouting.
okay. So you guys are on. You guys are kind of in this little.
I'd like to backtrack towards the road where
If you
we
look
came
here,
into town.
There's the mezzanine, which is a paved road, right? Like a double wide paved road.
Yes, yes.
Then there's a steel avenue, and between the mezzanine and the steel avenue is again the sort of some high profile shops that are not in, that are like outside of the Podol Plaza, and some lesser noble houses. Haldane Way area is it's mostly shipping businesses. There's some mercenary companies and things like that that hire out mercenaries for ships and crews and things like that. Haldane Way is it's like a business area, right? Not really a shopping center, but sort of a sea trade business area. Steel Avenue, between Steel Avenue and Maiden Lane, is sort of the middle class area around in here, and then Maiden Lane to the Loop gets to be the lower class area, and then the really poor people live all the way at what's called the bottom of the Loop. So the top of the Loop is where the Loop, which is this road here. Oh, yeah, I still have the oversized. Does it?
Oh, not now.
The stream should not still have the oversized camera up. I had changed it a while back. I just switched it and switched it back. So anyway, the top of the loop is here, where this rounded loop meets up with the mezzanine. And
Okay.
referencing the bottom of the loop is the poorest area down here between the loop and the outer wall. So,
Okay.
Roscoe's doctor friend is right around in this area, someplace just off of Steel Avenue, on the outskirts of what is known as Old Flan. Okay, so this entire area, the mezzanine, Steel Avenue, Maiden Lane, the Loop, and Haldane Way, have been rebuilt within the past 100 years. For a long time, there's Dave. He'll be here before long. For a long time, Flan went through a series of destruction and rebuild, and about 100 years ago, this entire side of the city, in the most recent conflict, which would be the Pools of Radiance stuff, this entire side of the city was destroyed, and they were like scared to rebuild it and dig it up because it had all kinds of stuff buried in it, and monsters and shit moving in, occupying it. But over the past 100 years, the city's been rebuilt. There's a lot of really nice grass. Scholars Square around the library is a really nice, well looked after, like, garden area. The castle's even in the process of being rebuilt. The Lyceum of the Black Lord is still a husk of, you know, that the ancient temple to, or the, not ancient, again, about 100 years old, temple to Bane that used to be there, but now it's being used by the clerics of Lathander to, like during the monsoon that took Nevin's family and home, they were holed up in the Lyceum for a while with the clerics of Lathander. Podol Plaza is your market square, and here, you know, around the Goblin,
So
you've got
the,
the docks.
Sorry.
No
Oh,
worries.
by the way, that's the dues pay for the donkey.
Where?
Right there, or the black shit right here.
Oh.
Where your hand? Yeah,
Oh, okay. You give him some gems. All right.
yeah.
So
I gave him 20 instead of 18
All right.
because I'm nice.
All right.
the this
you can still
Lyceum,
tell you really hurt his feelings, though. What's up, Alf?
this Lyceum under 4 is that roughly, or would I know that it's roughly where that tower was that we fought the Bone Naga?
You would not, but the rest of the party would.
Okay.
Yes.
Touche.
Also,
Alright.
this 3, I resized the map incorrectly. Obviously, I had to fix it again. Anyway, but this 3 is in the wrong spot. This should be here, and the weighting is it's a temple to Tyr.
Okay.
It's
You
really
mind
the
if we-
only true functioning temple in the city. What's up, Neven?
Do you mind if Neven leaves, or whoever leaves little things like that, like the little stones and renames them, so we can kind of have an idea
What?
of where things
What
are?
are you talking
Is that acceptable? I don't think-
Oh,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
he renamed this
He
little
put
token.
a little stone.
Oh, where the doctor
Oh.
is?
Right, look at the, yeah, but look at the
Yeah.
title.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, we could leave little titles and things like that. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Do that. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So
And I'll walk
Um,
it to the table. And I will update this map. I have a bunch of locations that I made up for the city that I pulled from 2nd edition resources and all kinds of shit. But we'll add to that as we go.
Yeah.
This will definitely become more and more complex over the next couple of weeks. I felt like this was a much more concise map than the other one that we were using.
I
Yeah.
went ahead and I backtracked to the edge of town, roughly here.
Okay, so Roscoe walks back out to, Alf walks back out to the area where you guys first
Still looking
re-entered the
for.
prime material plane. Are you all following him, or are you going someplace else?
I'm
My
doing an
familiar.
investigation check as I walk. Well, no, okay, sorry. I'm asking people around me if they've seen a weird-looking monk fellow.
Oh,
Kind of pale, drab, etc.
a weird
You know.
looking monk that's pale and drab.
Yeah, a pale, just drab, loose. My description is not very good.
Okay. And Berwin, your crow is flying, or whatever your bird is flying around without locating anything useful.
So let's see.
Are you following them?
Then
or
I
you
follow them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this grid, something got turned on somewhere. It shouldn't even be there, but where your characters are is just a general idea of a
Right.
location. So don't be too concerned with it. Okay,
Now,
so what?
the mezzanine, or well, you know what? I would like to follow the flow of traffic. Like we're most looking for people who look like they've never been here before, like it's their first time seeing the city, or maybe they're country folk who aren't accustomed to being in the city. Alf would like to look for those kind of people and to sort of follow them to gravitate where they're going.
Okay, well, I mean, where you're at right now, if you go this way, you're pretty much leading out of the city. There is a little fort somewhere, probably located around here. On
Oh, I
that
mean
side.
into the city, like sightseers.
Correct. I'm getting to that. So
Oh, sorry,
going this
sorry.
way would really be nothing. So you're pretty much, I'm assuming, investigating kind of in this direction
Yes.
down the road. So as you guys are leaving the doctor's office and walking up to this road, keep in mind there's been a good little bit of time that's passed. So we need to move on to Lucian.
Dun, dun, dun.
Lucian, what are you doing, man?
So,
Yeah, well,
originally,
I really like these minis.
'Cause
on
basically
this
what
map.
happened
It's
whenever-
cool. Sorry.
the That's all good. What basically happened when Lucian kind of popped in here, since he's never seen color or like felt happiness or anything, he kind of had like a little seizure of sorts, which is why you didn't notice him. But when he comes to, I think the first thing he would probably do is not go into the city. He would probably explore, or not into like the main city. He would mostly explore like this field here, kind of like, because I mean, you know, like you've never seen green grass.
Trying to stay
he's
what
never-
you're familiar with. Just
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
trying to
because where he
ease
came from
into
was
it.
like, exactly, you gotta, because he's from like the fucking middle of nowhere.
Okay. All right.
And so he's just gonna kind of try and ease into town and try and maybe explore maybe this side a little bit.
Okay. So there's a
Um,
windmill over here. It's like really big and cool. Never seen a windmill before.
Oh shit,
You
dude!
could, like Don Quixote that shit.
Nah, that thing's gonna be like the coolest thing ever.
Fuck yeah! Give me a perception.
And as a matter
check.
of fact, if it's his first time seeing a windmill and kind of being over here, being just in the excitement of everything, he'd probably want to climb it
I
to
mean,
get a good view of the town.
it's the first time he's ever seen a windmill that hasn't been like a dilapidated piece of shit.
Like broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like he wants to ride it. You know what I mean?
So like, you know, I mean, even like the ugliest, most rundown building in the prime material plane would be, you know, better than an average building in the Shadowfell. So yeah, no, it's all amazing and shit. There's like a dog by the fence,
oh
which
shit!
like surprises
son.
you at first because you're used to like everything attacking you or like being like evil in some way. But then like a kid runs up and starts petting the dog and stuff, and like, you know, sets you like off your guard, I guess.
Yeah, like kind of taken aback a little bit.
Mm-hmm. You're like,
my
oh shit,
perception,
no,
by the
don't
way,
approach that
was
hound
good.
of hell. And then it's like a, you know, it's like a collie.
No.
It's like being all palling around with the kid, like licking his face and stuff. Windmill's just like spinning.
Yeah.
It's pretty wholesome.
Give me
So
a
I'm gonna
give me
walk up
give
to
me a
little kid and
perception.
ask him, like, how he's
No, go ahead.
perception
him
is
what?
13.
Okay, ask him what? 13.
I'm gonna
okay.
ask him how he like tamed this this beast.
He looks up at you, kind of confused, and he says, "Why you got that mask on, Mister?"
You're right. Why do I have this mask on? I wear it because my face is hideous, and it helps me see better.
Can't be any worse than my aunt.
I'd
She got burned by some
I'd
grease,
probably beg to differ.
Oh,
Ooh.
and half her face is like just melted, man. Mister,
Roscoe didn't do anything about that, did he?
can't be any worse. But this is my dog. What are you talking about?
How did you get a dog?
My dad gave it to me. He looks thoroughly confused.
Could I have a dog?
You have to get your own, Mister.
Lucian kind of puzzledly like
He
looks
kinda-
at him for a second.
Yeah, he kind of like hugs
Not
his
quite
dog like really
understanding how to
close.
get a
He's like,
dog
"You gotta
like a
get your
dog."
own, Mister."
Yeah. So I'm gonna go
Don't
back to
steal
this
little
windmill
kid's
idea.
dog.
Going back to
No,
where?
he's not gonna steal the.
No, you're
dog.
still at the windmill. You
windmill.
know, it's like a, it's like
That's
a.
what I mean. Like my
Yeah.
So like I'm ignoring the kid now, and I'm gonna turn and like start trying to like jump up and grab onto
Okay.
like one of the.
All right, so as you start
You know what I
to,
mean?
as
Like
you
one of the
consider,
fences
as you
thing.
start to like look for a handhold to climb on the on the windmill, you catch a whiff, like a smell, and it fucking smells like nothing you've ever smelled before. It's like sweet. It smells good as hell.
Good as
It
hell, bro.
smells gooder than hell.
Dang. I'm gonna look back at the little kid and be like, "What is that like exquisite aroma?" Because I know big words.
Exquisite aroma.
Kids might not.
Yeah.
Okay, so you ask him what the smell is, right? And he takes a big whiff of the air and he says,
Yeah.
Hey,
Like, what
that's-
is this? Yeah.
"That's Madame Friona's. Come on, I'll take you." and he starts
Lord.
running
Alright,
off
little kid,
down the road. God damn it! I'm not trying
Is
to
the
edit
dog
my
following
Word
him?
document. Yeah, no, him and the dog take off down the road, going this way.
I'm gonna chase him down the road, but staying like a couple feet behind the dog. I'm still not too sure about this. Like at any moment, this thing could become a serious threat.
Hound
what I
of
mean?
hell.
All right, so this
It's a
kid,
pit bull.
Yeah.
this kid leads you like back over here, like all the way around on this padded road, and he's just like talking to you about I'm sure you're asking him all kinds of crazy ass questions, and he's answering all about his family and stupid questions about green stuff and anything.
What's
Question in
that?
particular
That's
I'd
a
ask
street
him
lamp.
Is like, are a lot of people ugly here? Like, would it really be okay if I take my mask off?
He says,
Because-
"Yeah, a lot of people are ugly here, Mister." There's a lot of ugly
Like
people here,
amazed.
Mister.
Welcome to Flan, bitch.
So he's gonna like wear it on top of his head just because the increased colors and everything.
All
will
right,
be
so you
fucking with his
flip the
head
mask
being
up?
on. Yeah.
Flipping the mask up. Okay, the kid seems completely unfazed by your appearance.
Awesome. Little kid.
I don't know what you're worried about, Mister.
People here.
You're not as ugly as my aunt.
Oh man,
Your
now
hand
I'm,
must be hideous.
Your nose is kind of big. Your nose is kind of big, but you're not as ugly as my aunt. Okay, so he leads you into this little shop,
nose.
right? It's like the windows are really low. The door is a regular size, and the ceilings are regular size, but the windows are really low to the ground. And what you doing? Stop peeking around that corner. I see you. I see you. Put your ass back over there. All right. So he leads you into like a little small building. Again, the door is regular size, but the windows are like really low, and the counter inside is really low. It's like kid size. He runs up, and it's like right up to his chest, and he rings the bell. Bing, 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 bing. And
this is how you lose your
Like
kidneys.
punch and walk in.
give me a perception roll.
You gotta wake up in a bathtub full of ice.
Let's see. Bam. Oh, nice. 24.
24 perception.
Yeah, son. I can see stuff. Oh, wait. I lied. Not anymore because I took my mask off. That's 22.
Oh,
There we
well,
go. That's
still,
more, still, that's more like it.
still. That's
Yeah.
more. Oh shit! This only
Um,
knocks off 2. Fuck.
So your perception, it's early afternoon. The sun's gleaming in through these really low windows onto the ground, and you're in a pastry shop. There's like a glass cabinet that has pies and biscuits and scones and all sorts of stuff. And the kid is just ringing that bell like crazy, and nothing's happening.
Like while he's doing that, I'm just like pressing my face up against the glass. Like, what are all of these things? They look so. And the smell.
All right, so the little lady, a
Can't we
very
just
very
take one?
short lady, comes out, and would you know what a gnome is? I guess so. Probably.
Yeah, I mean, I would still like other things travel to the Shadowfell. I guess I don't know, actually.
This is
Those
what I
are
was
kinda
wondering
Well,
weird.
for
about.
simplicity, you
That's
know
rough.
what a gnome is. A very old gnomish lady
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
out
yeah.
of a very small door. Excuse me, behind the waist high at best cabinet, and she comes out and she grabs the bell and she puts it under the fucking counter, and she says, "Yes, the bell works. Thank you."
Hello, ma'am.
She
I would
looks
like
at you
one
and-
of these.
And the little kid is like, "It's a cinnamon roll." He whispers to you, covers his
cinnamon roll.
mouth. It's called a
I
cinnamon
want
roll.
a cinnamon roll.
Well, okay, so
It's a
she
cinnamon
she
roll.
reaches into the cabinet and she starts, she wraps it up and she puts it out onto the counter, and she says, "That'll be a silver."
What's a
She
silver?
wakes expecting you.
And it kind of like starts looking through his bag.
The
to see
kid's
if I
like,
got any silver.
"You got money, right, mister?"
I mean, I got this one coin, but it's really cool, so I don't think I want to use it. Do you have any money?
All right, so at this point, Lucian takes off these two bags of junk on his shoulder. One of them clangs as he drops it to the ground, and the other one just kind of lands like a lump, and he starts digging through the 2 bags. The gnomish lady and the kid just kind of they exchange confused glances.
Fucking
shrug at one
gnomes. I
another.
don't trust gnomes.
Let's see.
Gnomes are
I
bigger
don't like
thieves than
this.
me.
Oh no.
All this stuff doesn't come up. I have to pull it all out and look at it.
Let's see. You can hold. You're not getting the thumbnails.
No, they all popped up now, but it takes a little while usually, and sometimes they don't ever.
I say
So
we
the
kill
first
him.
thing Lucian's gonna try.
She asked you for some.
You're
She
not
asked you for
there.
silver.
You're not there, Al.
Silver.
I
let's
know.
She asked you for silver.
I'm still gonna kill him.
see. Yeah, yes, super silver.
Her specific wording
Uh,
was a silver.
Yes. So, Lucian,
Yes.
Or just pick one of these.
So another little tiny head pops out of the door. And it's Ma, and Madame Fiona turns and she like waves him. She's like, wait, and the head goes back in the door.
Is this good? Is this a silver?
She picks up the ornate silver spoon and looks at it, inspects it closely, and kind of bites at it. And she wraps you up another cinnamon roll and hands them both to you. And she says, "Yeah, that'll be fine, darling."
He's paying for food spoons.
Oh, God damn it.
All right, so now you have 2 cinnamon
And now
rolls.
the candelabras
And-
next.
So off.
Madame
Being,
Fiona, she goes back into the door and she says, "Thank you for your patronage. Come back anytime." And she goes back through the door, and the little kid is outside at this point,
Laughs.
hanging out with his dog, waiting expectantly while you have 2 cinnamon
Oh,
rolls. in your
happiness
hand. They're
joy.
like really big cinnamon rolls too.
Yeah.
Happiness
Well, I mean,
joins. Is that
obviously-
Dave?
That is Dave. Would someone send him a Discord message and point him at the Hangouts link, please? What's up?
He's in the Hangouts. It's his
I'll let
picture's
him know.
showing up.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't
So
know.
Okay.
I just don't hear him. I don't know if he's still loading or having issues.
Okay, Lucian, what's up?
So obviously, when I start eating this cinnamon roll, it's got to be like
Yeah, I can hear you now.
orgasmic almost.
Yeah,
Um,
no, it's like the tastiest thing you've ever put in your mouth to date.
By like far too. By like not
And
even.
and that little
uh,
kid is like looking
I
up
look
at
at
you
this
like
kid.
real expectantly while you fucking munch down on the giant cinnamon roll with another one steaming in your other hand.
So obviously, I have to give the other little kid half of this other cinnamon roll.
You don't have to do anything. I'm not the police.
Yeah, I definitely have to. I mean,
Here
you
you
showed me.
go,
I'm like,
shit.
man, little buddy, like, this is the you have this every day. Like, this is just here.
Not
And all
every
you have
day,
to do is
mister.
give like break him up a piece and. Oh.
It's
But
gonna
like,
get-
how many of these gets you a dog?
How many of this gets you a dog? All right, so you give him like a half of the giant cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
All right, it's like huge in his hands. It's like a fucking giant hamburger in his hands.
Oh my God.
He's
I'm giving Lucian spoons from now on, like little wooden spoons.
he says
Share with the money.
he says thanks, mister, and he whistles to the dog, and they take off back down the street towards the windmill where he was at.
Get fucked, mister. Give me
Uh,
half a fucking game.
No, that kid was happy as hell. That's a big old cinnamon roll in his little bitty hands, man.
Fuck yeah. I
So,
just made a lifelong friend, son.
So now you're at the intersection of, again, the mezzanine is a wide paved road. There's like wagons and stuff going in both directions. Just random people walking around. There's like a little bench and stuff outside of the sweet shop that you're hanging out at. And then this, the upper loop is, it's like a packed dirt road that crosses there. And there's like a really big gate over here. That's actually really just the turrets around the that would be visible around
Can I see if
above
that-
these noble houses and such.
if the turrets are like manned, can I like see anyone on them, or are they just like big columns?
They're just big
Essentially.
columns. Looks like there's like, you know, space to stand at the top. It's got
Yeah.
little battlements,
That's,
you know, like you would expect. But it's just like a
I think
colonnade
that's like
on
his-
a wall.
Yeah, I think that's his next move would be he like remembers thinking to get up someplace high just to see what everything is, and I mean, he's only been here for like 5 minutes or however long, and this is by far the coolest thing ever. So surely he can see more cool stuff. if he gets
Okay.
somewhere high.
All right,
So he's gonna come over here and climb this thing.
Lord.
okay.
Yes, it's always a good idea to climb the battlements in the city controlled by the Black Guard.
He's never
Yeah.
been here.
That
Too
is
bad
true.
you're not
Yeah.
there to tell
No,
me.
no.
All right,
I'm
Roscoe.
not even there to say that.
Roscoe,
I'm just-
we're back to you.
I
You
know.
just walked out of
Throw it in.
you just walked out of the stables area of the.
Well, before I walked out, I really do need the bit and bridle because that's how I'm gonna have to lead my donkey out. I mean, you don't want me to just come
no,
on.
I mean
Brussels.
your donkey's
Yeah.
got a bit and bridle.
Oh, okay,
Like,
okay.
I mean
okay,
that would be
okay.
just like base. I know it
Standard.
shows you differently in the book that you'd have to buy it and all that shit. But
Yeah,
fuck
okay.
that. If you want armor for it, yeah, you're gonna have to buy it. But like a regular.
Well, I was
bit and
trying
bridle
to.
and shit,
Okay,
yeah, fuck that.
I get the negotiating. Though. I'm gonna go somewhere else to
Battle
negotiate. Though. Yeah.
All right, he
lived-
says, you know, you're looking for armor for your donkey. He mentions.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have so much stuff that I need to organize better.
No, take that.
He sends you to. He says you might want to check out Jerome's.
Okay.
Jerome's a mill.
I'm gonna go in and grab me my soup and my beer, and if you could draw me a little map to Jerome's, I'll go there.
Oh,
and
you,
gotta-
you know well enough where Jerome's is at. You've been around
Okay.
Flan long enough. It's over.
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
In Podol Plaza.
Well, I gotta go
somewhere
there to get some
around.
other stuff anyway. So,
Yep.
you,
yeah.
does Jerome have some packed saddle and all of that too?
Yeah, Jerome's is you know Jerome's. It's
It's
just
the,
like it's
the
a general
horse shop.
store. Nah, it's just like a
Yeah.
general store. You can get
Okay.
you can get swords, you can get weapons, you can get armor, you can get adventuring
Oh.
equipment. He just kind of sells everything, but nothing really special.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna take my
it's a
get my
resale shop, I guess.
I'll go back in and get my soup and beer and
All right.
then I'm gonna head to Jerome's is my next move.
All right.
Down.
So you can go inside and have a jaunty conversation with the bartender before picking up your, I guess, backpack or whatever it is that you carry, heading out of the door and making your way into Podol Plaza. Okay, so you guys back over here. Sorry. what's up?
Well, real
One last
quick,
thing.
I accidentally did the thing where I turned my pointer into a ruler.
Oh, press F1.
F1. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
F1
you.
will always bring you back to your hand.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry about
Okay.
that.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so back to you guys out here at the outskirts of town.
All I'm saying is, just because the monk doesn't know what money is, he's in the middle of a city full of gods know what kind of degenerate. We came here with a degenerate who sent us to a degenerate. Think about it. They've got to be everywhere. We need to find the monk. He has the bag of stuff.
Probably need to find
saying
him
this-
before Roscoe finds him. I'm just saying.
Saying this while walking.
I'm not
this
there,
way.
though. I'm not
yeah,
there.
for sure. So you guys are walking and sort of bickering amongst yourselves regarding
Degenerates.
whether or not it's really that important to find the monk. Alf
No,
feels.
it's just those two.
Oh,
I'm all
okay.
worked out, not even paying attention to them.
What are you doing, Berwin?
Just
I
walking.
said I'm worked out, you know, in my
Oh.
bird's eyes.
Oh, we're
not even
worked
paying
out.
attention to them.
Worked out. Okay, give me
you
give me
know.
a perception check.
Oh, there it is.
I'm going deaf and right here.
I got a 12.
12. Yep, you still have no sight of him. I mean, you know what kind of clothes he's wearing, which I guess is very drab and gray, so that would be the biggest identifier. Other than that, from above, he just has dark hair. So you don't have the greatest description to go by. I mean, you have the description, you know what he looks like, but you don't have the most information to go by. Alth is stressing out over where the loot is. And even what are you doing as you guys wrap the corner on the mezzanine?
Neven is waving hi to friends. He's seeing who's there. You know, seeing how things are going. Shooting the
I was
gun to people. Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome back. Hey.
What what is this hand symbol you keep making where you click your thumbs down?
Hey.
What is this?
Well, what do you mean thumbs down? These are the thumbs. You know, pow. You ever hear that story about those people from overseas in the long distance with the alchemist that they mixed this stuff up and
I have
it
clearly been in the Shadowfell for way too long.
Yeah, and even it's just talking about this device that he heard about. I mean, I saw this pirate with it once. He had it in his belt. He said that it did that thing, but he wouldn't show it to me. He said he had a finite amount of ammo. That was weird.
I was gonna make a
Hand
joke about
crossbows,
the
man.
Alf being a dragon and feeling a small section of the gold just vanish and it
Which-
pain him. Like,
By the way, Dragonborn are not really
they're not
common
dragon.
creatures in Flan right now.
Yes.
Oh, that's
However, those of you who are from Flan are aware that due to the massive amount of expansion that's going on in the past 100 years, Flan used to be primarily a human settlement, but in the interest of building the city back to defend basically the
Diversity.
northern border versus giants and gnolls and fucking orcs and all that shit that lives in the mountains to the north, they pretty much
stick
welcome
together.
all races.
Beggars can't be
You
choosers.
definitely
Except for
know.
orcs.
You definitely notice that. Well, of course, you definitely notice that Alth is getting some strange looks, pretty regularly. But no one has. Excuse me. No one has
Attacked, thrown
done
eggs,
anything rude
rotten
or
vegetables.
approached anything yet. So you guys get to the tea at the mezzanine. Alth, you have no idea where you are, but the rest of you, the road kind of forks in two directions. You know that if you walk into the south, you're going into the city proper. Going this way leads to some farm businesses here. These are farmlands out here, and then this is a giant portcullis outside of the gate that's always closed. The primary
Gates
entrance
of
to Vallejo
Stovacor.
Castle is over here.
Oh, that.
So
Yeah, the other one.
I
Gates of Stovacor.
I have never been here. I'm new here. I have no idea where we're going. Where would the monk go? I mean, this is his first time being here, and Alth gestures like broadly. Where do you think he'd go?
We really, we could just explore the main roads. I can't imagine somebody would go on a side road. We could split up. But,
Well, you could add the mask to the description we've been giving to passerbys. You know,
Okay, so Neven, you were also sort of just idly asking people if they had seen a person by the description, right?
yeah.
Okay, give me a charisma investigation, please.
All right. 33 plus 36.
Look at you getting fancy with skills.
7.
Hey, you see that, right?
All right. Ooh, okay.
like
26? No, 25.
All right, so Neven, Alf, while you're discussing what you were discussing a moment ago, Neven just idly asks someone in the street if they've seen a pale person with a mask and gray robes.
Yeah.
And it's like a little old lady with a kind of doily thing on her head. And she's like, "Hey, he went that way." And she points over here. towards the windmill.
Thank you, ma'am. I don't even bother. Like, I'm just gonna start walking that way.
Alright, is that where you're heading then? Okay.
Yep, that's where we're
So
going.
you all head towards the windmill. Okay, so we're going back to Lucian. Lucian, when you
Be right back too.
okay, you get here to this wall and you find that these two battlements are largely open to the public, and sort of some stairs that go up, and it's just an overlook on the city. Is he okay?
Do I
Cool.
see any? Yeah, I'm here.
Gotcha.
Lucian ignores the stairs and just walks up the outside of it.
All right.
Why not?
All right, so Lucian
Um,
Spider climbs up the side of the tower and
That's
reaches
right, I
the
forgot he
top
could do
and
that.
climbs up over the side.
Yeah.
And there's a group of people up there,
Yeah.
just sort of, some humans and elves, sort of mixed company, and they look at you very curiously and go back to their conversation. Obviously, their conversation is now about you, but you're not included in
Yeah,
it.
but I mean, I don't.
Fuck is with Spider-Man?
They're obviously talking about you, but they're not talking to you.
Exactly. When I
Good
look
Spider-Man.
out into the city, like, what are the biggest buildings, or like the most impressive looking buildings?
So-
the Wizard's Tower, which was somewhere around here, I thought, like around this area or
from-
something.
From where you are, you have a pretty decent view of probably a radius, something like this.
Yeah, something like that. That makes
Right.
sense.
Okay, so you can see just on the edge of your vision over here, there's like a big busted out, like what used to be a very tall and impressive tower that's now sort of in ruins. But you can also see that there's busy activity around the foot of it. You can see this is a gate. It doesn't have the battlements like what you're on, but this is a large gate that can be opened and closed. It's open. It's a bridge that goes across a river. By the way, I don't know why. I mean, I modified this map and stuff and totally forgot about it. Did you guys know the Moonsea is purple, right?
I did
Well, I
not.
do now.
The Moonsea, the water of the
No.
Moonsea is
Yeah.
like purple, like an amethyst. I don't know why it's not in this map.
That's-
It will be next week, but I forgot all about it.
That's not healthy at all.
That's part of the
man.
reason I like the Moonsea area so
Lucian
much.
now assumes
Anyway, so yeah, so you
all
see
water
that.
over
Sounds
here
like-
is purple.
Yes.
Red algae.
So yeah, Lucian sees the ocean. You can see this big wall that they've got on these pylons. There's a gate that allows ships to go in and out. There are ships moving in and out of the bay, mostly docking over on this side, but there are also some ships docking here. This around where you are, this is like grassy and well kept. They're obviously noble houses. That's pretty much your vision from where you can see right now.
Okay,
And these are also fancy houses, like lower noble classes. And then as the houses get out further this way, they get to be smaller and smaller, and more and more ramshackle.
All right. Does this house look particularly cool?
Not as interesting as the blown out tower over there.
Is this one?
Hmm.
Definitely head to that blown out tower then.
All right, move yourself over there. We'll switch back to you guys that are at the windmill over here. Neven, Alf, and
He's also just gonna spider climb over everything. By the
and
way.
Berwin. Over people's houses and stuff.
Yeah, why not? Like, he doesn't have like a. He doesn't know that that's not.
You didn't
cool.
know any better. All right, fine. We'll get to you. Okay, so back to you guys out here at the windmill. You get to the windmill and give me a perception check, please.
It's gonna be 13.
Yeah,
Wait,
even-
15,
I'm not-
16.
I'm not sure why the slot thing isn't working. On a 16, you see a kid, probably 6, human child, dark hair, little puffy cheeks. He's coming running up the road, holding the cinnamon roll in 2 hands with a collie chasing behind him. And he trips over a rock and fucking lands with the cinnamon roll in his chest in the dirt.
I'm gonna do a pit stop real quick.
All right. We're getting
Oh,
to you
boy.
next when you come back.
I'm sorry?
And then he gets up kind of sad.
I walk over to try to help him up, and are you okay, child?
He looks kind of terrified of you. Give me a
Oh, jeez, yeah, I'm a dragon.
what would be the appropriate skill?
You
tell me.
Probably just charisma,
It would be
or maybe
persuasion, right?
Persuasion?
Yeah. Yeah,
do
charisma,
persuasion or
Yeah.
performance.
Do persuasion.
Okay. Oh no, 10.
10.
I thought it was less than that for a second there. I was like,
All
oh,
right.
no.
I mean, 10 is enough to kind of get him to not run in the other direction, but he still looks very terrified and is sort of like mumbling for words and like locked eye contact with you.
Sorry, I stepped back 5 feet. Sorry, you're probably not used to seeing Dragonborn.
He's completely
Yeah.
forgotten about the cinnamon roll that's like all smashed on his clothes and stuff.
It looks like Iron Man. Look at the cinnamon roll.
I step
Okay,
in.
Cinnamon Man.
All right, Berwin steps forward, and Berwin and Neven both step forward, and
Neven
Go ahead.
makes a joke about Argos from Farscape, or whatever his name was, and says, "Oh, young man, let me help you up. Let me clean off this cinnamon roll for you."
all right, Berwin, what are you doing?
I tell the child, I was like, pay no mind to this fellow, pointing
Okay.
at off.
So one of you guys decide who gives me the persuasion roll and roll it with advantage.
I think it would be should be me.
I have a -1, so
So you're helping this
Yeah.
kid up, and
Yeah.
Neven's like brushing cinnamon roll off of his chest, and Berwin's trying to kind of give him some calm words and calm him down a little bit. Nice roll. All right, so the kid is now, normal demeanor. He still seems to be a little nervous. He's still throwing you some side eyes, but he finishes wiping the crumb stuff off of his chest and looks down at his dog, and he says, "Thanks, misters." Because you helped him up.
Hey, I'm just gonna give you my spiel of yeah, just walking around looking for a friend,
Who are you looking
pale
for?
old looking elf. Yeah,
Who are you
just
looking
a
for,
pale old
mister?
looking elf, kind of. I don't know if you'd be able to help me.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Did he have a mask on?
he did. It was, I was hide his face because I was ugly. We're looking around for him. Seeing where he is.
Oh, well, it wasn't the same guy, because this one, he took his mask off. He wasn't ugly.
Oh wait, you saw? What'd you say? You saw a man with a mask?
Yeah, but it wasn't the same guy, because this one wasn't ugly. He took the mask off, and he wasn't ugly.
Really? Was he an elf?
Yeah, I think so.
Really? Did you happen to catch his name, young man?
He thinks, and he looks down at the dog, and he says, "No, I didn't.
Which way did he go?
We were over at," and he
Was he
points.
wearing
He
robes?
points back in the direction that you came from, and he says, "We were over at the." Damn it! I need a new monitor. I need a bigger monitor. I ordered a new one, so it's gonna be sweet.
The
Shit, what was her name?
the Bakery.
Sorry,
The
sorry.
bakery.
At the tea kettle. We were over at the tea kettle. The two of you that are from Flan know immediately that he's talking about Madame Freona's. It's a high-end
Oh.
bakery in the lower nobles area.
She has the best cinnamon rolls in town. Totally the first place I would go.
The kid looks real sad down at the lump of smashed dough on the ground and says, "Yeah,
Come on,
they're good."
come on,
They
kid.
were good.
Cinnamon rolls on me.
He looks
Oh
all
God damn it!
he looks all perked up. He's ready to run.
All right, let's go.
right.
Actually,
Roscoe's
cinnamon
not
rolls on
gonna
the
be
kid.
happy.
All right, so you guys run back. This kid is never gonna get to sleep this evening. His kids are gonna be fucking. I mean, his parents are gonna be fucking thrilled.
It's gonna be wild.
All right, so you guys head back. You guys head back over to the. This is actually. Oops. Madame Friona's tea kettle. She also
Neiman
serves
has-
coffee and tea and things like that. So you guys run off down the mezzanine with the kid. Keep your money for now. And we are switching back over to Roscoe. Roscoe, you end up in Podol Plaza. You're surrounded
At Jerome's, right?
at yeah, sure, that's where you're headed. You're in
Yeah.
Podol Plaza. You're kind of surrounded by on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the bazaars at in Kalimshan. Podol Plaza is probably a 6. It's pretty busy. There's
Okay.
like wagons and people selling things from baskets. And you're headed to Jerome's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you all right?
Shit! I dropped my beer.
That's not
Oh,
fucking
that-
good.
I didn't drop it on my keyboard.
We're not drunk streaming.
That's better.
Something to dry this up with. I got it. I got it.
Okay, no worries, Roscoe. We'll come back to you, bro.
It's all good. No,
You good?
I'm good.
Okay,
So,
so
I need
Jerome's
to buy-
of Melvant is somewhere like sort of over here in these sort of back streets. It's not really back
Yeah.
streets, but these little huddle of shops. It's a 2-story wooden building that it looks as though he lives upstairs and sort of has a resale kind of shop downstairs.
Yeah.
He sells pretty much all sorts of basic equipment, from weapons to armor to toolkits and things like that.
All right. I need to check on getting my armor, getting my donkey fitted for some barnings, and I also need to check on a pack saddle.
Oi. All right. So he says, bring the donkey around the back and we'll get it measured out. So you go outside and drag
All right.
that pain in the ass mule around the backside of
He's a good donkey.
his spot, and you keep saying that, but he actually is kind of a pain in the ass.
Okay, well,
He doesn't like to be led. You know, he's kind of ornery.
yeah.
He kind of
Yeah.
just wants to go wherever he wants to go, and he'll follow you. He's just he's
Yeah,
he'll
yeah.
follow you. He's just not gonna be happy about it. You know what I mean?
Well, I plan on buying him some food that was better than whatever Brussels was feeding him. So let us continue.
Hey, for the record, Brussels took pretty good care of the mule. And
I
you-
don't
yeah.
care.
All right, no, I
That was-
want you as a player to know that.
To know.
Yeah.
I know,
So
I
I
know.
have
and that's why I took
The
advantage of
Muncie
it.
Marauders would like to make the public announcement that we do not condone animal cruelty.
yeah, we definitely do not condone animal cruelty. That is some bullshit.
Y'all do not
Y'all
condone
going to hell for
anything
animal
Roscoe
community.
does at this point. But okay, let's go. I'm putting armor on my donkey. God damn it! How is that cruel? I'm protecting him.
Oh, come on. I have a mount document here.
It should be twice the cost of the donkey, which be another 8 gold.
Twice the cost of the. What do you mean?
From what we were talking about earlier, the barding is twice. If you buy the donkey, then you pay the base cost, and then if you buy the barding, it's twice the cost.
Oh yeah, yeah.
and-
It's double the cost of what the armor would actually cost.
oh.
Not twice the cost of the donkey, because you can put
Oh,
different types
okay.
of armor on it. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
okay.
I'm
okay.
looking for.
I got
We got rid of. A lot of our. I just like lessened the table so it'd be easier on you guys to load in. But now I'm kind of missing a lot of stuff. But this will work. So what kind of barding are you looking to put on the donkey?
Oh, just some simple.
We got hide, we got
Nothing-
chain, we got scale.
Chain would be fine.
All right. So your chainmail for the donkey is going to run about 120 gold.
How much for the leather?
The hide would
The
be
hide?
like 30.
I'll do the hide.
All right. Got your call? Got your payment?
Um,
It says
yeah, but before the payment, what about a pack saddle as well? I'd like
Alright.
to do a bit of a
Do you have a price on that?
the pack saddle.
Yeah. His general
Um,
markup is 10%. So
Yeah, hold on one
I
second.
don't have
Packs,
that page out. I
yeah.
need to. I'll make it for next week.
Pack saddle 5 gold.
5 gold. There
15
you go.
pounds.
So to make it like 5.5, 10%, 5.5 gold, and
So
so it'll be 35.50, 35 gold and 50 silver. And he says, "Oh yeah, leave the donkey here now. I'll get it tied on. You can come and pick him up in a couple hours, or you can
well,
wait."
I can wait as long as you want, but can I get you to round it off to just 35 gold?
That's easy enough. Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
35 gold. You got 35 gold? What you got?
Yeah, I got well, I will take 5 gold, and I got 3 gems.
Okay.
So-
Those silver bars are also worth 5 gold each.
Oh, well, yeah, I'll give a silver bar, and I got gems here that are worth 10 each. So, would you like obsidian or moss agate? Either way, I'll give you obsidian. That's what I got the most of.
That's what I was gonna choose, mate.
Oh, come on, get it out of there.
He watches you fumble around inside of the bag for the gem. Do you need some help?
I believe I dropped them all on the table. At least they're kind of scattered a bit. Yeah.
Where'd you drop them?
Here's 2 of them on my character sheet
I
here.
don't see any gems. Where'd you put them?
I'll,
Oh, there's one. Yeah, we
one.
need to make these bigger so that they don't get lost.
Yeah. And here's another one right.
Damn, that fucking thing is tiny.
And
All right, if y'all got any little tiny gems like this, put them out in the middle of the table and let me shrink them up. I mean, let me make them bigger so we don't.
yeah, let them make it smaller.
All right, so this is 20 gold. He said this silver bar was going in with it. That's 25.
yeah.
So he needs
Okay.
another
And
another
yeah.
10.
there's the quartz.
I got you.
What?
All right, he takes all
What?
these stones and eyeballs them individually real close and knocks them on the desk. The silver bar is stamped with the treasury of Flan, so it's obvious. And he inspects the gems and accepts them and tells you, "Oh yeah, come back in about 2 hours."
All right.
And he goes back inside and he calls one of his assistants out, and they start tying all of these big thick furs and hides to the donkey, and putting saddlebags and stuff on it. What exactly did you get for it? Armor and what?
Pack saddle.
And the pack saddle. Okay, so they put
Yeah.
the armor and the saddle on it. Pack saddle is inclusive of saddlebags, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, it costs more and weighs more than saddlebags, like twice as much. So I figure it carries twice as much stuff.
Oh, it probably just has a saddle too.
Or
The
something.
saddlebag.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
just a
yeah.
bag.
I can ride it too.
And the
Yeah.
pack saddle, that's why it weighs more, because it includes
Yeah,
the saddle
yeah.
with it. Okay, so we'll switch back over to who haven't we done in a while? Is that Lucian, right?
Lucian.
Lucian.
He's still
Spider-Man.
being a
All right.
tourist.
So you get over to this.
yeah,
It's like
my
this
theme.
really big black tower, and it's got all these broken gargoyles attached to the side of it. Generally, a very very evil, dark-looking tower, but it's like it's destroyed. It's just kind of a husk, just kind of wide open at the top. It's like a cylinder. And there's like people
Kind of
walking
feels like
around
home.
in and out of the bottom. Yeah, it does actually. It does kind of remind you of home a little bit. Except for the fact that it's got like greenery around it and stuff like that. There are mostly humans walking in and out of it. A lot of them are wearing... give me a perception check. As you're walking up, I'm assuming from right about here somewhere.
Yeah. Let's see. 12.
Okay, so yeah, no, the about a large portion of the people walking in and out and milling about the outside of this place are wearing white robes, very, very clean white robes. They have some insignia on the chest, but you're not close enough to determine what it actually is. Some
My
kind of
cat's drinking beer. I spilled.
sparkly insignia on the robes.
Did the robes remind me at all of the monk robes? That like the higher monks were wearing in the temple?
They are similar, yes. They are similar. They do have the appearance of ceremonial robes.
So I suppose I'll walk up to one of these gentlemen and kind of tug on his robe a little bit.
Okay.
And,
It's actually
hello,
it's
sir.
actually a
What,
woman that you walk up to, human female. Give me well, you don't need a perception check because you're standing right next to her. She wears a bright white
I'm scared of
robe,
women.
and she's got a big sparkling image of a sun rising over a grassy plain that's emblazoned on the chest, like some hills and the sun coming up above them. And it's all like kind of bedazzled, you know, like it like catches the light and reflects it all over. Really cool.
Solution's
Nothing
gonna
like
get,
that
like,
on
a
a Shadowfell
right up close
you've
to
ever
it.
seen.
No,
She's
no,
got
I've got to get like right up close to it and inspect it.
she's got golden hair, and she wears a pair of glasses that are like kind of half glasses. You know, they're like flat at the top and rounded at the bottom. And she's got brown eyes, and her face is tall and thin. When you get close to her robe, she steps back and says, "Excuse me."
Oh, excuse me, ma'am. What is this building?
Are you new in town?
Yes, I'm actually new to this plane, and I kind of do like a little bow.
She looks at
Trying to
you
be formal.
confusedly for a moment and then lets it go. And she puts her hand out. And she says, "My name is Edgelina Walpole."
Wow.
Walpole.
Lucian kind of looks at her hand and like puts out his hand similarly.
And she
Not to,
grabs
like,
your
shake it,
hand
to,
and
like, do the same thing.
and you know, does a proper handshake. And she again seems kind of confused, and she says, "You seem to be you must be from somewhere far away."
Yes.
It's a lame thing to say, but
I am from far away.
anyhow, this is the Lyceum of the Black Lord. And she looks kind of like she kind of scowls as she says it. And she says, would you like me to regale you with some of the lore?
Yes, please. It much reminds me of my home.
She looks at you suspiciously again, but once again kind of shakes her head and lets it go. And she says, up until about 100 years ago, this was a temple to the Dark Lord Bane. During the Spell Plague, the temple was razed and looted and left as a husk. And since then, and she motions to her insignia on her cloak, on her robes, and she says, the servants of the Lord of Light, have repurposed it into a refuge of sorts. And she sort of motions around her, and you notice that there are a lot of very destitute-looking people, injured folks, people who don't look like they would be able to take care of themselves, and they're sort of lounging around is the wrong word, but they're just sort of hanging around the temple and being cared for by these clerics.
I'll tell you that this also reminds me a lot of home. But why don't you just let them be? Surely their next life would be better than this one.
Well, who's to say? And she looks really confused by your attitude, and she says, but she doesn't know what to say.
All right.
I'm tossing it back to you. She doesn't know what to say. You kind of like, she's confused, and she says, okay. And she says, where did you say you were from again? Not suspiciously, but she's genuinely curious.
No, just like genuinely. I'll just tell her that I'm from the Shadowfell, from a
from the Shadow,
long abandoned temple.
From the Shadow. And she looks.
Where are you from?
She thinks thoughtfully about this for a moment, and then when you ask her where she's from, you break her train of thought, and she's gets back to the conversation and stops thinking too hard about these like vexing things that you're saying to her. And she says, I've lived here my entire life. She says, about 10 years ago, 5. I, as a person, am confused by this. She says, about 5 years ago, however, my mother and our home was washed away by a monsoon. And I have become a cleric for the Lord of Light ever since, and I have spent my time here helping others who are in the same position as myself.
I know who she is.
And she stands politely and
baffled by this train of thought. Probably the same way she's baffled by his train of thought. Like, why would
Fucking
you
Lord of
help
Light.
people like this? Just
Lathander,
doesn't
by
make
the
any
way.
sense. Yeah, but he's much more interested in her robe, and so once again, like, he'll get kind of up close to it and like inspect it, and ask her how does he come to get
Getting
one?
creepy there.
She says, these robes require a much commitment. Much commitment. However, if there is a place down in Podol Plaza, if you're interested in, she looks at your drab clothing. She says, if you're interested in replacing those robes, there's a place called the Velvet Doublet over in Podol Plaza. Over on the other side. Then she realizes that you don't know where the hell that is. And she points in this direction towards the wall. And she says, it's over the river on that side. You'll need to take the bridge. And then she points over in this direction.
Okay. I guess I'll thank her. Lucian will thank you for your time, and he'll head that way.
All right. All right. So all of you guys down at the bakery.
Yeah.
You've just stepped out of the bakery. The kid is, or no, you've just gotten to the bakery.
Yeah, we just got the bakery.
Yeah,
So
the kid
Neven,
is like
I
attached
wa-
to Neven's hip, and the dog is attached to the kid's hip. So they're like a little train walking down the road.
I'm just keeping my distance because I don't want to scare the shit out of the kid anymore.
I walk through the door and I slap down 5 gold, silver pieces. And I say, ma'am, madam, some of your finest cinnamon rolls for my 5 friends here.
All right.
Even includes the dog.
She
They're
smiles
gonna
at
feed
you,
us
and
out.
she quickly packs up 5 cinnamon rolls, places them on the counter, counts your 5 coins.
And then
5
there's
points?
5 points.
Yep.
I want to make sure that dog gets fed. And
Give the
I,
dog a cinnamon roll. All right.
yep, that's why there's 5 heads.
Again, we at the Moonsea Martyrs do not condone animal cruelty.
Yeah. Madam, we were informed that our friend may have passed through here. He was a pasty-looking, tall elf, kind of awkward. He may have had a mask.
And the kid chimes in, and she looks kind of confused, and she thinks about it for a minute. And the kid chimes in. He's like, "I was here with him about 20 minutes ago," and she says, "Oh yeah, he walked off down that way toward the nobles, to the noble quarter." We'll retcon that name
Rich
at
part
some
of
point.
town.
Yeah, we'll retcon that name at some point. But yes, no,
The
she points.
fucking rich part of town.
She points out the windows in this direction, which those of you who are from the city know that she's talking about the big gate with the colonnades on top of it. What are these silver
Neven
coins
says,
for?
Neven is flipping a silver coin, asking for a preserved cinnamon roll that he could eat at a later date. Ration? He's asking for rations.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, silver coin for a ration.
Does anybody have a ration card or a prop or anything? Because I don't have that on the table.
I have.
I was hoping there'd be some other fun ones that you had.
I do, but I took the prop off the table. I prepared all of this
Here's
stuff.
bowl of
here's a
veggies.
bowl of vegetables.
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
that's all I had was the bowl.
By
I
the
already
way-
have bowls of
By the
vegetables.
way, all of those bowls of vegetables have gone bad.
Yay!
Yeah. God damn it! I wish you would have told me that before I would have got the donkey.
I have this.
I would have
box
fed the
of,
bowl of vegetables to the donkey
cookies.
and made it sick.
You can, sure. That's what you did with yours. Why not?
Ew.
Okay.
Oh.
Once again,
and
for the
made it
third time
sick.
tonight.
Yeah, for the third time tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen,
All right.
Moonsea Marauders would like to point out that we do not support animal cruelty and feeding rotten bowls of veggies to your donkey.
We're actually opposed.
To make it
My audio cut
That
out.
was a
Why
lot
are we
better
throwing
than
away
the
bowls of
first idea.
veggies?
Because those
They
were
went
given to you by
bad.
Auntie Wilhelmina, and they disintegrated into nothing when you came
Okay,
into
okay.
the
I see.
prime material
Gotcha.
plane. However, that one is a delicious cinnamon roll. Don't throw it away.
Okay.
And I don't have a cinnamon roll prop, so I just changed the name of it. There you go. Now you got some. Okay, who are the cookies for?
delicious
Okay.
green cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
I took them out for yeah.
Mm,
Okay.
Look at that bowl of cinnamon roll.
that beautiful bean footage.
Hell yeah. All right. So Neven buys a whole bunch of cinnamon rolls, and the kid is still standing in the.
You can roll the bowl.
It's like,
Sorry.
looking
Hey,
at you.
kid, we're going to continue looking for our friend. I mean, you can join us with that dog. Is pretty cool.
Sorry.
We want you to-
Well, the kid's like, "Nah, mister, I got to get home. My parents are going to be wondering where I'm at."
Neven, being the good chap that he is, and these are from his own stash. 2 more silver coins. Bring your parents some cinnamon rolls as well.
Good lord.
Okay, she gives you 2 more cinnamon rolls. The kid is now like overloaded. These are like big, big
Yeah.
cinnamon rolls. And
By the way, young man, what's your name? Who are your folks?
I don't know. You tell me his name.
Slackervate.
No, it's Jack Horner.
He has. I was talking to chat real quick.
It's little Timmy.
Slackervate. He has some game codes that are the giveaway. Acid, you wanna?
Yeah, my
Slacker-
chat is not updating. I guess last time.
No,
I see
okay.
was
mine is not
Kansas
either,
City.
apparently.
Yeah, no. So sorry
There was
about
someone
that.
asking what the giveaways are.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm seeing is my chat updating. When was that?
I apologize for interrupting, but
Yeah, no worries. I have some Steam keys from just some randoms. I honestly don't even know myself what's on the list, but it's some of the several months of the Humble Bundle that I had unwittingly signed up for and never redeemed any of it. So I'll give away a bunch of those when we get to 100 followers.
Oh,
on that
man.
list.
I think I'm going deaf in my
Um,
ears here.
Okay, what's the kid's name?
I think Jack and his dog Tim.
Jack and Tim.
Jack and Tim. So you know, so Jack and Tim, you know, it's nice meeting you. You know, I'm glad that we're able to hang out. Thank you for our help. Maybe you know one day down the line, you know, we'll catch up. You know, you live over which way? You live over by the.
I live
Jack's
down at the
parents' names?
windmill. I don't know his parents' names. It doesn't matter. He tells you whatever. We'll figure
Parents'
it out.
names are
I'm typing
Jim
out stuff as
and
it is
Mary.
now. But no. He says I live down at the windmill, Mister. You were just at my house.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're gonna have to come back and visit you. Maybe you know, actually your parents' place sometime. You know what I mean?
David, I think the boy needs to get home. we should let him run.
He shouts over his shoulder and he says, "Yeah, sure thing, Mister." And he's got like fucking 3 giant cinnamon rolls and a dog
Giant-
chasing him and stuff.
Dragon claw hand waving.
Yep.
Farewell, small
Yeah.
child.
All right.
Naven, I just got to point out. Well, I'm not there.
Let's-
I won't point it out. I
Let's
won't
move
say it.
forward to follow Lucian before chaos ensues.
So you guys are heading. Let me lock the tea kettle icon. So you guys are heading over here into the noble quarter. So you you enter into the noble quarter, and there are a lot of really fancy houses around. But pardon me. Really, the most impressive thing to look at right now the thing that draws your eyes the most are the ruins of the Lyceum. So let's go back to Roscoe.
So is my donkey ready yet, or I gotta wait a little longer, or
No, this is all happening like at the same time, so you've still got like 2
Okay.
hours to kill.
okay? Well,
So
then
you're
I'm gonna
walking out
go
of the place.
and I'm gonna get some rations. I'm still in the plaza, but I'm gonna get some rations and
Okay, so you're looking for
where
are you
do I
looking for
go
fresh
to get
produce
a
rations, or are you looking for like rations like tack? I mean
tack?
Okay. All right, so you
Yeah.
can get that at Jerome's as
Okay.
well. Does anybody
And,
have a card for rations?
I do not have a card for rations, no.
Roscoe,
Okay.
do you have any rations on you?
I just dumped the vegetables and thing. So
All right, well here you go. How many are you
Okay.
buying?
10.
10. Do you have prices on it?
I do not.
Adventuring gear.
Who has the Merlin spoon?
I
thought you did.
I don't remember who we gave that to.
Neven?
Negan
Maybe?
has it.
Neven
Rations,
has
one
it.
day, 5 silver. So you want to buy 10? That's going to be 50 silver.
50. How many bars is that? How many silver bars is that? That's
5, right?
Silver bars are 50 coins. So yeah, 5 gold, 50
So-
silver.
okay.
Yep.
So-
1 bar is fine.
All right.
All right, and you want 10
Uh,
of
yeah.
these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you
All
go.
right. Cool deal.
Side
If
note,
you
please
could
don't let me
put
forget.
that-
I'm also.
I got a little
buy some
bag
Mondays.
there with food, right?
Okay, I just
Uh,
tossed it on your character
Okay.
sheet.
Okay. I'll get it.
Alf, what did you just say?
I was gonna say, side note, not in character. I am gonna need to buy rations, unless that was Roscoe's whole point.
Well,
Okay.
that's my rations.
Okay, then I,
we'll deal
remind
with
me. Yeah,
Anyway,
cost of living.
anyway,
and
I
all that
also
stuff
need
later.
to buy.
Now those rations are very
a,
cheap because
um,
they're not
they're junk.
it's like an MRE. It's like I know some people like MREs, but it's like an MRE. It's like
Heck
dry
yeah.
Yeah.
Bruh.
jerky
I
and
fe-
like
yeah.
crackers and stuff. It's
When
not
you
Give me-
said
give me that
tack, I
MRE bread.
at
understood.
all time. For some
Yeah.
people, the only puns they make are about dairy produce because the rest are just too cheesy. When they think of one, they tend to milk it for all it's worth. Usually, I don't think they're good enough. We can find who they cream. The best ones. Charity to think they come out next. Yeah, funny. Lots of puns. Oh my goodness,
That's
so many
working now?
puns.
But anyway,
It looks like it now.
Yeah.
Welcome to the stream, Delgarn. Thanks for coming by and melting my face off with a stream of puns. Roscoe, you are now. You're still inside of Jerome's. His assistant
Jeez.
is
And
on the
Darian.
back,
On
tying.
the down low,
Yeah.
I need to buy a forgery kit. I need to buy a forgery toolkit.
By a forgery toolkit. What would make you think I've got anything like that? Little
Come
man.
on, you know me, dude. You know me. Come on, Jerome. We've done this before.
Does Jerome know you?
Sure, Roscoe knows people in the plaza. And, come on, man.
Oh, and he
Roscoe,
says, "All right,
Roscoe
then.
knows
All right,
who
then."
to
He looks
ask
down
for,
at you and he says, "What makes you think I would help you again after what happened last time, Roscoe?"
Oh shit!
Did I not pay you almost full price for everything?
Eventually, you did, yeah. Eventually.
I got
Yeah.
the
Speaking
money.
of which, about that interest. About that
No,
interest.
no, don't even get me started on the interest,
All
man.
right, what do you need, Roscoe? What do you need?
The-
What'll get you out of my store?
The forgery kit. I need the forgery kit. I'm trying to start a legit business as a carpenter. I need to forge some documents.
Legit.
A
business.
legit
as a
business
carp-
started with
carpenter guild.
Typical fucking Roscoe. You never change a bit. That's what I love about you, mate.
I'm
Alright,
gonna hand him
so-
a bottle of fucking wine, dude. Me and him are gonna split a bottle of wine on that note.
All right, here. Take an inspiration here. That's fun.
Okay.
You got all kind of shit stacked up on your character sheet over there. You're racking up.
yeah,
time.
I'll get.
Most of it's salad, but we're not going to talk about that. So the forgery
Tack
kit,
salad. It's
forgery
MREs.
kit, 18 gold.
Okay.
Do we have a forgery kit card out anywhere? Or do I need to pull it in?
I don't think we have one out.
Okay, I got the card thing right here. 18
Yeah,
gold.
I
You
think
can
you need to pull it in.
drop it on a table, and I'll get the card. I don't know what that sound was. Did y'all hear that?
Knock
I-
something over.
Okay.
I
As long
did.
as
I
it
don't know.
wasn't me.
Made me kind of.
No, I was bringing the bottle of fine wine over and I knocked something over.
Tools, packs,
So-
kits. That's what we need. Supply kits. Kits. Wait, what exactly is it called? Forgery kit.
Roscoe,
Forgery
Yes.
tool kit.
Forgery kit is what it's called. So
Forgery kit, okay.
here.
hey Roscoe, your rations are now in your
Put
bag.
it in.
Oh, never mind.
No, they are not.
Okay,
Put 'em-
so the
Hell yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Thank you.
the bottle of wine is being drank by the two of you as he ushers you into the back and sets together all of these items. It's some paper and some pens and some inks, and he just kind of sets it all together into a box, a coffer for you. As the two of you sit behind the in the back of the shop, and I'm assuming just sort of drink this wine and be merry for the next hour and a half while he works on your donkey.
Donkey.
You gotta get out of the bag to put stuff in the bag, Roscoe.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Happiness, you are
There we go.
color. You are red, by the way.
Hey, I was about to ask. Yeah, I think he is. He just turned into color red.
I just changed him to red
Yeah.
myself.
there you go.
I'm trying to think of a way. You know what? Corwin, are you here, buddy? All right. As soon as he gets back, we'll just drop him in. Was he ever in the
How
voice?
much?
I saw him a while ago in the voice. Where'd he go?
How much is a platinum coin worth?
I see him in the voice.
I see him in the voice too. Looks like he might be typing.
10 gold? Okay.
Yeah, 1 sec. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries, brother. Okay,
Hey,
what
that's
were you
okay.
just asking me?
I was asking how much a platinum coin was worth.
10 gold.
Okay. And a silver bar is worth 5
50
gold?
silver. Yes.
50 silver, 5
Yes.
gold. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 10, 20, 50, 25.
Hey, look,
Oh.
this is actually a really good spot for this. There's like an alleyway at the end of Steel Avenue. And the doctor's house is right here at the end of it.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay, so Roscoe is cracking a bottle of wine with Jerome of Melvant and shooting the shit while his donkey is armored up. Lucian, you have just gotten to this bridge that crosses over this water, and it's not this. The river is not purple. The river is sort of
Reddish.
no, just like a standard, not blue
Oh.
either, but just like standard like river runoff color. It's not purple until you get out into the bay and into Muncie proper. So you're walking over this this bridge and over into the other side, and on this side of the bridge, the city is much more bustling. There's a lot more just like foot traffic all around. There's to your left. Yeah, to your left as you come across the bridge, there's another gate that goes out. It's got some wagons coming in and out of it. You cross wagons across the bridge, but you hear a lot of noise over coming from your right. Sounds like a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm gonna head towards the people. But also on my way, I'm gonna like inspect some wagons to try and like, because I don't think I would have seen anything as like good craftsmanship as that before, and it's definitely something that would interest me.
Okay. Does Lucian have a history of woodworking? Is that something that he does,
Yes,
or
he's
is he just amazed by wagons?
Yay, wheels!
No, he's
Hey, Carrie, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming by.
no, he's a carpenter. He's made like tables and chairs and bed frames and stuff like that at the monastery.
Okay.
Like just some.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Pretty
made
crude
some,
stuff,
he's
nothing
made
crazy
some
good.
quality things, but I mean, you're only as good as the materials you've got to work with. So, with that being said, these are some
Yeah,
pretty amazing
and nothing ornate.
wagons.
You know what I mean?
Right. With that being
Right.
said, these are some pretty amazing wagons. So you pull up into Podol Plaza, and there's you come in, you take this left, and you walk around the outside of the area, and there's a well that's got like a big round stone covering it up, and it's like mortared on. And there's a fruit salesman, and he's got the most delicious looking fruits and vegetables, like fresh produce, and he's out hawking. I got watermelons. I got pineapples. And he's just like dancing it up.
Oh,
There's
man.
I
You
got
guys see
yellow
anyone,
squash.
like buying anything,
Yeah, all kind of people.
or is he just like?
Yeah, no, he's taking
Oh,
money
yeah.
and giving
Buying
vegetables
stuff
and
from him.
singing and stuff. He's getting it.
Dude,
Yeah.
by the way,
So I definitely gotta walk up.
that was a real dude
Go
in
ahead.
New Orleans.
No, I know that. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
So
I'm
anyway,
sorry, but dude, that hit my heart, man.
so you walk over. I always use him in my D&D games, man.
Hell yeah.
Mr. Ochre is the shit. Anyway, so you walk
Mr.
over to
Ochre.
him, and he's just fucking jigging it out. I got snap beans.
I got
I'm gonna
collecting-
follow suit and
Collecting
say,
little coins from people and giving them vegetables and doing a damn thing.
doing a little dance and shit.
he's gonna.
I
Lucian's
got
gonna dance on the side of him,
kiwis.
say, I want one of those, and I want one of those, and just starts putting at different things. Like
All right, so he picks them up and he
like
hands
it's a
them
little
to you,
dance we do.
and he hands them to you,
And I kind of
and he
tell him
responds,
thank you,
"You
and I,
want
like, just go to
apples?" And he
walk off.
tosses it over his head at you. What? What's that?
I said, and I'd like take it from him. I start to walk off.
I got green. Hey, youngster, come back here.
I got fruit now. Huh? What's going on, Mr. Man?
He looks at the big pile of fucking fruit and stuff that you're carrying. Like, I guess you've got your robe kind of pulled up, and it's like fucking stacked with like apples and kiwis and all sorts of delicious looking fruits and stuff.
Yeah.
And he says, "You gotta pay for that, young man." But he still has a good spirit. He doesn't think he
I'm
was
sorry.
trying to rip him off. or
Yeah,
nothing.
no.
But he's still happy about it. But you gotta
Yeah.
pay for that. And he counts
I
it
don't, I
all
don't
up.
think I have any money.
He counts it all up and he says, "We're looking at How about 5 gold?
Whoa, that's a lot.
Oh,
No.
Actually,
So I
it's
dropped down my-
not a lot. You guys from in town know that a typical stay at the Laughing Goblin Inn is about 7 gold a night.
Oh, okay.
Gold is not the economy is not the way that it was in previous editions. 5 gold. He's got a big stack of vegetables. Just to justify it to
So
those
that
of
I
you
kinda-
who are not there. What's up? I almost called you Julie again.
I'm
Julian
gonna plop
again. What's up,
down my.
Lucian? Mm-hmm.
Should I just change my name to Julian? Is that
No,
what
you
you're
no,
trying to
no.
tell
I
me?
like Lucian. I'm trying to get used to it.
Julian.
So Lucian is you've got a big old pile of fruit in your arms, and Mr. Okra is he introduces himself, by the way. He says, "Who are you, young man? My name is Mr. Okra."
Hello, Mr. Okra. My name is Lucian. I'm here
Dead
traveling
man of the gumbo.
for fun.
Well, fine to meet you, Lucian. I'd shake your hand, but they look a little full. You got 2 bags over your shoulder and an armful of vegetables. I don't even know how that works, but
So I'm gonna I'm gonna put down one of the bags and start pouring all the vegetables in it, and then going through the other, trying to figure out what I have that could
he
be.
watches you curiously, and he kind
Used
as
for,
people pass, he's still like, "I got green tomatoes. I got
So I'm gonna
watermelon."
give him this.
But he's just
Okay,
watching
is this-
you like what the fuck are you doing? And
Is this gold?
when Lucian drops one of the bags again, one of them makes a thud sound, and the other one makes a sound like a bunch of like the silverware drawer just falling out. He takes it from me and he kind of
About
dingles
that.
it a little bit, and he says, "What you trying to do here, young man?" He's like, "I got a family to feed, and I can't feed them bells. Besides, this isn't even a particularly
you could-
nice bell." He hands it back to you.
You could. What if I give you 2 bales?
He just kind of looks at you blankly.
This is
He says, "You're not from around here, are you, son?
Mr. Okra used to getting paid gold.
Yeah, you're not from around here, are you, son?"
No, sir. No, sir. I'm not here. I'm not from around here. But hold
Says,
on, Mr. Okra. I got something better. Got something better. You ready?
Gonna
I'm waiting.
stab him.
Okay, good.
I got bell
I'll give you-
peppers.
3 bales.
No.
Look, you can't even hold them in all the hands. And I kind of show him. I try. You put one in your mouth.
Roscoe is no
All right,
longer
give me
the
a-
hated,
give me a
most
perception
hated
check.
Tradesman.
Give me a perception check.
I got 3 bales.
Ooh, not very good. Like 6.
Done.
And you have no idea that he's beginning to get frustrated with you, but he is. And he's like, "My
But he
young
is.
man, you better look like dumping out all my vegetables or producing something worth 5 gold."
Produce.
What about another bell?
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh,
He
no.
picks up your bag and dumps all the vegetables out of it.
No. Hold on. All right.
He stops. He's only taken out like a big head of cabbage so far. He's got it palmed like a basketball.
I gotta find something golden. Let's see. The bells were golden.
Kilo near the cabbage. The
He
bells
says,
are the
these
most
bells are
valuable."
brass, mate. Wait, Mr. Okra doesn't say mate. I'm sorry. He says these bells are brass, young man.
Oh, man, la.
God dang it. We don't have this
Oh
golden.
Mela. What you doing there?
What you trying to give me some brass bells for some bell peppers? Them bell peppers are worth more than brass.
Mesha, I can't do nothing
Mesha.
with that
All
bass
right, what
bell.
about this?
I can't do it.
Is this brass?
He looks down
Everybody
at that.
looks like, what is that?
He looks down at that and he bites it. And he turns it over between his hands. And he says, "Now, young man, I just wouldn't feel right taking this from you." And he hands it back to you. He says, "You got anything else in that bag you can trade?"
I don't really know what you want, Mr. Okra.
Dude,
I want gold coins, but if you got silver, silver will also work.
I have a gold coin, and I do hate to part with it,
I need
but I would
fi-
give it to you if you want it.
I need 4 more of those. He's calmed down and he kind of like. Roll me a perception check, please.
Alright.
Mr. Okra eat a pawn shop, motherfucker.
That's a,
I'm thinking
11.
Mr. Okra might have finally realized that Lucian is a little bit touched in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Lucian, you're
think
not
so.
entirely sure why, Lucian, but Mr. Okra's attitude seems to change, and he seems to be trying to be helpful towards you. He does kind of think Lucian's touched in the head at this point. He's very confused as to
I'm
with a
special.
lot of things. He says, "You got any silver then?"
Yeah, I got one of these that gave me a couple cinnamon rolls. Maybe you'll like it. Pow.
He looks down at that and he kind of bites at it again and inspects it. He says, "All right, you got a deal." So he gives you,
Just to get rid of you.
yeah, you got
Take
it.
these vegetables. I'll take the fancy silver spoon. Get the f- out of my life.
Oh my goodness. I got a bunch of vegetables.
There you go. Yeah.
They're delicious cinnamon rolls.
Oh, they all say cinnamon roll. Hold on. Let me delete it.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm
I'm gonna fix
Oh.
the name.
No, save the
Delete all the cinnamon rolls.
What the hell is going on?
We at Moonty and
Hey,
Marauders do
At
not
least you
condone the
didn't get a bunch of
wasteful
hard text.
food.
There you go. There's your big old pile of like.
Alright.
Oh my God, we've
delicious
just solved.
fresh fruit.
We've solved global food copy paste.
And
The cinnamon roll
Mr.
veggie bowl.
Mr. Okra helps you. And he puts the what did I say? The head of cabbage back into the bag, and he hands you. He's like, "That's a heavy bag there, Mister." The malcontent. Thank you so much for that follow. I think we may have gotten another follow earlier. Rata. I'm seeing some follows I'm not familiar with. Rabbit Kitty 4. Either I didn't hear the sound and we got him tonight, or sometime during the week. Either way, thank you all.
Rabbit Kitty Core was the one that I had asked you to send the invite to. So thank you for joining us, Rabbit Kitty Core.
Malcolm, how you doing, man? Good to see you. This is my buddy Malcolm from the from Isle of Tortuga. Isle
Malcolm.
of Tortuga.
Tortuga.
Okay, so Lucian, Mr. Okra helps you. He puts the head of cabbage back
Yeah.
into the bag, and he hands it to you, and he says, "That's a heavy bag there, mister." He's like, "You should be careful around here." And he
Careful
goes,
how?
he
I'm
just
pretty-
says, he's like, "You don't seem like you're from around here. There's a lot of people
No.
around here that'll
No,
take
I'm
advantage
definitely
of someone like you. Obviously, not me.
Obviously not Mr. Okra.
Obviously not. But I got to get back to work, young man." He goes back to hawking his wares. What kind of vegetables does he have?
Okra,
He's got
obviously.
watermelon.
Eggplants.
I got eggplants.
eggplants.
We got snap beans.
tomatoes.
All
I
right.
got
So-
cantaloupe.
Okay, so those of you who just entered into the Nobles Quarters, a matter of fact,
I'm gonna be right back.
Corwin, are you around?
I'm here.
All right. What we're gonna do is
Yeah, y'all
I have-
just left that dude at my drug dealer's place
Yeah,
without paying him.
Yeah,
By the way, I'm just saying.
that sounds
I'm
like a
just
you
saying.
problem.
Hey, yeah, this
You have to
I'm
give
a
a down
business
payment.
sounds like a him problem at this point. Yeah.
okay, Corwin. I have this mini for you. Don't move it yet. Temporarily for now. And then we can find you a better mini, or I can modify it later. I have a queue that I need to do. I need to fix Outh's mini and do some other things as well. change the weapon on Lucian's. But anyway, I can do all that later. That it requires like actual work. So
Dave's here, man.
So Corwin, you are in the doctor's the alleyway surgeon's office, and you've been unconscious for a while, but she's kind of got you wrapped up. You've got a broken foot, an arm that's in a sling, several concussions, some contusions and concussions and lacerations, and you're not feeling very well, man. It's not going too good for the last bastion of Feldspar. And help me out.
There is a Feldspar.
Say it again. You're a little low.
What's that? I don't think this mic on my headset actually works at all.
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. Just speak up a little bit.
It would be Ferris and Feldspar.
Fantabulous Festival, right? Did we lose him again?
That's right.
Is something?
That's right. No. Fantabulous Festival, he said, yes.
Is that it? Okay, I don't know if you guys' video has been frozen for a while or not. Fantastic Festival. All right, so it's not going too good for you. You wake up on a table in a cold damp basement, with a half-elven
It reminds me of home.
woman kind of bandaging your wounds. You kind of touch your face and realize she hasn't quite gotten to stitching your face up just yet. And
That's a bloody bit.
she introduces herself as I am Nivara. She says, "Are you friends with Roscoe?"
Will it get this sewed up if I was? Because I am, please. It's bleeding out my eyeball.
She grins and she laughs and she says, "All in due time, good dwarf. We'll get around to it. Just making small talk with you. How do you know Roscoe? And those others, they didn't even bother to introduce themselves to me."
I don't really think it's much matter of how we know one another. I believe the matter is that you were supposed to study yourself. Look at me, I'm falling apart here.
No, I, good dwarf. And she stops talking and gets back to work. All right. So those of you
She
who
is
are
a drug dealer. She should have the best drugs.
those of you who are in the nobles area, you were walking over to the Lyceum, right? And you see the same thing. It's like a big black remnants of a tower to an evil deity. It's been stripped out and obviously burned down. Excuse me. And the bottom floor is being used by the clerics of Lathander as a refuge, home for the poor type of thing.
All right.
There are clerics going in and out. There are less fortunate.
I approach the nearest
individuals
cleric.
being treated, etc.
The nearest cleric. Excuse me. Have you seen a strange-looking elf in monkish robes with a mask come this way?
She turns and she looks up from it's like a little kid that's missing like his left arm. And she turns and she looks up and she says, "Monkey robes? What are monkey robes?"
Monk-like
And it's
clothing.
I have too many notes that are disorganized. Well, and that's the wrong page. That's the wrong page. There it is. Okay, so she turns to you and she looks and she sort of looks scared for a moment, or like really surprised for a moment, and then she turns to Berwin. And then back to you, and then she turns to Neven, and her face lights up, and she says, "Neven, my dear brother, how have you been? This is
Hey, how's it going?
Angelina, your human sister.
I'm sorry, say that again.
This is
My-
Angelina, your human sister, who became a
Oh,
cleric of the
Angelina, how you
Thunder
been?
after your unfortunate family event with the
Yeah.
monsoon." Oh, she
Yeah, yeah.
says,
I was-
I have been quite well. She points, she motions to her robes, and she says, I have been inducted into the I had the word for it.
Order?
Yes, the order. Let's call it that for now.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah,
inducted
you know-
into the Order of Light. I've gotten my shiny robes. How have you been?
That's awesome. So, must run in the family. Like, I've been helping people out too. Just today, I bought, my friends some cinnamon rolls. I helped this
You fed a
workout that's
cinnamon
getting
roll
hurt.
to a dog, mate.
Yeah, I fed cinnamon roll to a dog.
She looks
trying
at
to help
Alf, and she looks back at you. She doesn't say anything, but she listens to your story.
Yeah, I'm just we're trying to help people out like you're doing.
And turns to
you know,
Alf, and
it-
she says, he fed a dog a
What we run
cinnamon
the
roll.
family.
Well, he at least bought it for the dog. He didn't feed it to him.
Sounds like
But
my
yes.
brother, and she gives you a solid hug. And she
Yeah,
says, have you seen Ruru, or Rudy, as he has been calling himself? She's referencing your brother.
Yeah, it's been a while. My friends kind of got into some stuff. I mean, it's all good, Oh man, I just deleted all my things on my paper right here to keep track of all these names.
Oh,
Anyway.
God damn it. That's okay. We can refill it in later.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, it was kind of on the outs for a while. We haven't been in town. To be honest, I'm gonna kind of say it kind of quiet. We wound up in the Shadowfell. We were in like a different place for a while, for like 2 weeks, I think. It was just day and night, day and night, day and night, but it was all the same thing, like it was no daytime, no nighttime. It was just twilight.
She looks at you
Yeah, it's fucking
confusedly,
weird.
and she puts her hand on your forehead, and she says, "Are you feeling okay, my brother?"
Yeah. It's just we've been through a lot. It's just been really, really strange stuff. So, I mean, David just continues rambling. Not
And
good around
she-
family members. You know how it
she-
is. It's been a while.
Yeah, she just listens contently to everything that you have to say, and she says, "You're telling her the entire story."
Yeah, and then I'm saying, this is my friend Berwin. Berwin's a good guy. You go with Berwin for a drink sometime. Like he's a good guy. This is my friend Alf. We met him.
She turns
You
to
know, I helped
Berwin and
Alf
extends
out
her
a lot.
hand, and she says, "I am Angelina."
Berwin. I bow very shallowly.
And she turns to Alf and says, a little bit more hesitantly, she kind of puts her hand forward and says, I am Angelina."
Alf gently takes the hand and touches, just brushes the I guess what would pass for the nose or snout or lip area of a dragon.
You ain't got no lips to kiss her hand. That's
Exactly,
All
exactly.
right.
The pleasure's mine.
All right.
Angelina, I mean, you see, I've been hanging out with good people. I've been doing good stuff.
She says, well, maybe some of that will rub off on Ruru. Again, referencing your brother.
Yeah.
Rugaroo.
When was the last time? Have you seen him? Have you talked to him?
She says, I've seen him more recently than we have seen one another, but it's been several months. I had to, unfortunately, cut him off.
You're supporting him? I mean, we've always been able to get by ourselves. Ever since that monsoon, we've been.
Yes, but
I don't mean to talk about it, but you know what I'm saying. Sister,
Rudy.
it's just,
Rudy, though he gives again, he wants to be called Rudy nowadays. He likes to give the impression of, pardon my language, but having his shit together. But he's a mooch. Our brother's a mooch. She looks very unhappy about it. She says,
Yeah, well,
several months ago, I had to completely cut ties with him because if I continue to help him, he'll never help himself. But enough of these unpleasantries. You are looking for someone, right?
Oh yeah. We're looking for our friend Lucian. He's kind of wandering around town. We believe he's new to the area. He's kind of pale elf. He's a little naive. Yeah, we kind of want to help him out.
Does he have a
Introduce him
big
to the
silly
area.
mask on top of his head?
Well, he was wearing a big silly mask on his face. Could
Close
the mask
enough.
go from
Yes.
here to
No,
here?
he was here. I sent him down to the Velvet Doublet down in Podol Plaza. He was impressed by my robes, and his clothing was a bit drab.
Okay.
So you guys know
Yeah, it
enough.
looks like that,
The
yeah.
clerics of Lathander are very clean people. They're not necessarily gaudy dressers, but they're very
Clean.
yeah. Cleanliness is next to godliness for a cleric of Lathander. Their nails are always clipped. Their hair is always clean and brushed. They're always wearing fresh, crisp, clean robes. So she is sort of disgusted by low-key, right? Disgusted by kind of all of your appearance right now. And she says, you may all wish to join him. The dirt is not a good look on you, my brother. And about this time, a familiar-looking dwarf comes hobbling into this area on some crutches. Is that scale? No way, that's way too small. Hold on.
That's
He's
almost
about
Roscoe's
Roscoe's size,
size. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
What
I don't have
is
a
this?
I don't have a proper
Dwarves are
grid.
a little
but-
bigger than halflings.
I don't have a
Yeah.
proper grid, but that's good enough. That's
One
fine.
more bigger, but yeah, that's good.
One more bigger, he
One
says.
more bigger? Boom. There we go. One more bigger. All right. So about this time, a crippled dwarf on some crutches, with one arm in a sling. Like, you don't even know how he's walking. He comes wandering into the square, looking
Gods
lost, looking confused.
Above.
It looks like that shiny stone worked. Referring to that gem I gave her.
So Corwin, you got into an argument with the street doctor and in stubborn dwarven.
What was her name again?
Her name was, again, hold on just a second. She's the very top one. Her name is Naivara. Naivara. You got into an argument with Naivara
Human?
and
Am I
just
correct?
she's half elf.
Oh, that explains it.
So you got into just a
Y'all are-
slight spat with her, and in your classic stubborn, I can't think of the fucking word. You stormed out.
I'm not stubborn, not one bit. It's
Ass.
not my
No
That
idea.
bitch is stubborn.
There was a
All
thing
of you are
called the Clown
costing me.
Wars, and that your ancestors are nothing but bloody mass murderers. It's not my fault.
Hey, you just lost me my drug dealer. You have no idea how much you guys are costing me.
So,
You have no
um,
idea how
Just
much you
like
guys
that
are costing
loser.
me.
so
All right.
Neven, at this point,
She asked way too many questions. There. I'm assuming you're the one that's called Roscoe.
No, he's not even there.
I'm not
Like,
there
he's
yet.
just
I'm
trash
not there.
talking.
I'm sorry.
Roscoe, keep it
Shut
keep it at
Okay.
at the general store. That's the word. I'm
Yes,
looking
sir.
for. Keep it
Yes,
at the
sir.
general store, Roscoe.
Yes, sir.
But no. So the dwarf walks up and he calls. I guess one of you guys. He's like, I assume one of you is Roscoe, right?
No, Master Dwarf. None of us are Roscoe. Thank all the gods above and below.
And even
But,
at this
uh,
point, Edgelina gives you a hug and she excuses herself and goes back inside of the Lyceum.
But we will be sure to find him shortly. We're looking for the rest of our party. I see you're on your feet, but not as well as I would have expected from a doctor.
Not much of a doctor there, let me tell you.
Sorry, guys. One second.
Berwin speaks up, says,
Where's your camera go, Berwin?
"What is Oh, I unplugged it because I was lagging out.
Ah, gotcha. All right.
Seeing if it helped.
No
Anyway,
worries.
Berwin goes, what, do we know his name? We don't know his name. Right, yeah. What is your name, by the way?
Oh, well, what road of me? 1 second. I am Corwin Tourmaline. At your... Oh, and he almost falls over. At your service.
I grab him. I was like, oh, well, my name's Berwin.
Berwin,
A
it's
fellow
pleasure
win.
to meet you.
We are.
We got Berwin.
Hello,
I'm sorry
Win.
to interrupt you guys, but now that you mention it, we got Berwin, we got Corwin,
Yeah.
we got Lucian, we got Neven, and you motherfuckers wonder why I'm having trouble with everybody's names. 4 out of
I'm
6
Roscoe.
end in the same fucking syllable.
you
Anyway,
know,
continue.
It's just right.
Roscoe.
Call me Tourmaline.
That's
I'm
nice.
gonna
I like
change
that.
my name
Fun
to Off
fact.
Arduin.
Corwin
fact,
is the right name, Chip Chip Chap. I'm gonna call you Corwin.
Berwin, I'm listening to you. What's up?
Oh, I was just gonna say, fun fact. Like, N is the most common last letter of a first name, and when I had heard that, I was like, that is the dumbest
Interesting.
thing I've ever heard. And then I realized my name in real life.
Interesting.
Well, I do right. Thank you all for saving me that fine day.
Oh, no problem.
So you guys-
What happened to you, dude?
His time perception is clearly off because that was like this morning.
Hey, you're still not looking too good. I mean, I want to hear your story, but we need to get you.
Wait. I got this ringing in my ear. Hold on a second. Okay, there it's going now. What'd you say? English a little
That's the
fizzy.
concussion speaking.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on him again.
He does not need cure wounds. He is he's hurt for roleplay purposes. Like, you guys are too married to the idea of hit points and 39 out of 40.
Yeah.
No.
or whatever.
I mean,
I'm just all 6 ways of hurt.
yeah,
I wasn't married to the idea of him needing hit points. I was,
But
I
you
was
also
gonna try and fix his leg so he's not gonna fall.
Yeah.
over when he
no,
falls.
he's injured. So I mean,
Okay.
we're doing city stuff. So we have the luxury of like actually role playing
Gotcha,
and using
you're good.
different stuff like that. So
So-
I totally forgot what I was going to say. So continue.
Master Dwarf, what? Well, perhaps it's a story that would be best left when we're a party. Do you feel up for continuing on to find Roscoe and our wayward monk?
Oh, you have a monk as well? I'd be very happy to go find this Roscoe. I need to tell him something about this lass of his. She's got a big old mouth on her.
Well, then
I
we'll
know
accommodate
Malcolm.
that.
All right. So the 4 of you now a little bit slower because you've got Corwin in tow. Leave the Lyceum and head across the bridge over towards the Velvet Doublet, which is going to be over in Podol Plaza. This grid is screwing me up. I shouldn't even be there. Anyway, I need to. You guys want to take a 2-minute break?
Sure thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
2 and 2.
Yeah, I need to go hit
That's
the head.
all right.
We're going to run a 60 minute. We're run a 60-second commercial break because if I do it manually,
Don't have to
it
take
won't.
my money.
If I do it manually, it won't just interrupt us.
I got time for 2
So-
beer runs.
Fantastic.
Damn,
Sounds
son.
good to me.
I
I'm
mean, a
gonna
60
drink
minute-
whatever the hell it is that just got handed to me.
60-minute commercial break would be the rest of our stream. So anyway, this will prevent it from interrupting us later. I'm gonna go hit the head, and I'll be right back.
I'm also gonna fix my camera.
Alright. Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it.
I did fix it. I fixed it.
Good deal.
And now I want a Subway sandwich.
Bro, classic Italian.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Bro, it's about that. It's about the spicy Italian.
Yeah.
And if
Okay.
it's not the spicy Italian, it's all about that. What's that? Sweet chicken.
I mean, I like the steak and cheese and everything too.
Steak and cheese is good.
Pretty always gets the fucking meatball sub, dude.
I do. I was gonna say I do like the meatball sub. I do like
Oh,
it. I don't really get it that often.
Yeah. Meatball
else?
sub just seems like, I mean, oh, dude, the Pops Po' Boys in Lafayette got a meatball sub. Like, it's fucking awesome, dude. Kick Subway's
speaking
ass.
of sandwiches,
That's the thing.
you know what I miss?
Yeah.
From back in Louisiana, I missed the Darryl special in Lake Charles.
Darrow special? That, I mean,
Yeah.
Lake Charles is almost Louisiana. It's on the edge. But what is the Darrow special?
It's basically just a really fancy po' boy with like fancy seasonings and stuff like that, and just it was. Oh, I don't even remember what all was in it. I just know that it was a religion.
Yeah, as far as religious po' boys, we've got the Couchon de lait, the pulled pork po' boy, and the fried shrimp po' boy. Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude, that fried shrimp po'
You
boy
can't beat
with
that
the
fried
ramelon.
shrimp po' boy. That's
Oh, bro,
I'm hungry, bro.
from like Old Time Grocery or Pop's po' boy,
Fucking
man.
Pops,
Those are the
dude.
two.
Fucking shout out to Pops, man. I
Oh
still like them on Facebook, and they fucking hurt me almost every week with their fucking
dude.
special po' boys.
Every goddamn day if you fucking pay too much attention, shit. Dude.
Bro, that's part of the reason I haven't been home in a while is because I know when I go home,
Oh,
it's
man.
gonna be nothing but food tourism. I'm gonna just be fucking eating.
oh yeah.
And they know they wrenched my heart because they got the cokes with the Mexican cokes with the cane sugar in it
Yeah.
Yeah.
instead of
We got that at
Yeah.
Robbie's
You
in
guys
town.
ruined
By
Malcolm's
Yeah,
dinner.
but
He just ate.
still
he's
it's
hungry
just
again.
like that's one more thing they got.
Yeah.
Crazy shit. Fucking
We used to
Cajun
go duck
country.
hunting.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just noticed I'm still the boss.
Is anybody oh yeah, you still are the stream boss. I'll be damned.
I guess
every time it gets reduced and brought up to another person, health gets increased by 10%, so it gets stronger and stronger. Likes and follows and subs and things like that. Reduce its hit points. But you guys are crossing over this bridge. You're closing the gap between you and Lucian. Roscoe is still hanging out inside of the it hasn't been quite 2 hours yet, so Lucian is standing around in Podo Plaza eating a big fat juicy apple. And what are you doing, Lucian? Yep, Roscoe, we're gonna
I'm
come
gonna
back
go,
to unless you have something specific that you want to do.
The only specific thing I had to do was roll to forge the Carpenter Guild documents.
Oh yeah, okay. You're still waiting for
But
your
yeah,
donkey to be done right now. It hasn't been quite 2 hours. Okay, Lucian, what are you doing in Podo Plaza? You are, surrounded by sights and sounds, and there's a dude selling goats. He also sells like goat cheese and soap and stuff like that. There's another
that's my uncle.
There's another little wagon there, and it's like burning some incense that fucking just smells like intoxicating. What are you doing? It's just a big wide open marketplace.
I'm gonna go try and stumble and find my way to this place to get me some new digs, some new clothes.
Oh,
try
you're
and
looking around for
That's what I've
the
come here
velvet
for.
doublet.
There we go.
You're looking for the velvet doublet. That's right. Are you asking for directions, or are we just wandering?
Most definitely asking people around where this is at.
Okay. All right.
They
So
should
give
be
me
friendly.
a
I've met 2 out of the 3rd,
yeah. Give me a charisma investigation, please.
Oh, not good. 5.
All right, so you're wandering around. You're wandering around Podol Plaza, and eating on this apple. And you got another apple in your other hand, like eating on one. And it's fucking delicious. It's juicy and like
going back and
perfectly
forth.
ripe. Like none of that like mushy apple shit. Nah, it's fucking awesome.
Crunch.
And you feel like a hard like hand clap down on your shoulder.
You done fucked up,
Sorry, who is this?
Aaron.
Yeah.
It's there's a human
Aaron.
man. He's about a little over 6 feet tall.
His name is Aaron.
He's wearing like a beat up top hat with like a hole in it, and he's got like a white tied up shirt with like a tie down the chest. He's got the sleeves cut off, and he's wearing like these raggedy boots and these pants with red and black just vertical stripes on them. And he says, "You got another one of those apples for me, mate?"
I like
And
go to
he's
hand
like,
him.
he's like
whichever
real
one I'm
close to
not
you, just
eating
like you
more of.
like to be to other people. Yeah, okay. So it's got a bite out of it, like you like eating them both at the
Yeah,
same
like
time.
I give
All
him,
right.
be like, huh.
All right, so you give him Airwin. So you give him an apple, and he takes it with the bite out of it, and looks at you, and he shrugs, and he rubs it on his shoulder, and fucking takes a bite, and says, "Where you headed, mate?"
I've already forgotten the name. I'm
The
trying to find
velvet
somewhere to get somebody
robe.
close. The velvet robe.
The doublet. That
the
what you're,
velvet
whoever's
yeah.
green, what you're pinging
Doublet.
there. Oh, by the way, on the other side of Podol Plaza, you see you're familiar with the god of Tyr, the god of justice. That what you were just pinging is a very large temple that's obviously to Tyr. It's got similar religious statues to what was down in the crypt that you guys were in before. So that's something that you
Okay.
recognize. That's the second thing this whole time on the prime material plane that seems familiar to you. But the gentleman that the guy that he's got his hand on your shoulder and he says, "I'm looking for the velvet doublet."
Yeah.
Says,
Surely you
puts
got
his-
those fancy clothes
he
there.
puts his arm all around your shoulder and he says, "I tell you what, mate, I'll take you there. But look at this raggedy shirt that I'm wearing. Don't you think you could help me out here? I mean, we're friends,
You want
right?
trade?
You gave me an apple. It's delicious.
like-
You want that? You want this apple?" He offers you half the apple back.
I do want the other half of that apple.
That's it. There you go, man. He hands it back to you, puts it back in your hand. And he says, "Come on." He taps you on the back and grabs you around the shoulder and pulls you along with him.
Walking along with him, taking bites out of both my apples again.
All right.
Happy and content to be alive.
All right. So Roscoe, it's been about 2 hours
So-
now. Your
Okay.
your mule is fully fitted with its hide armor. So now it's wearing like this thick leather. It's got like these furs and stuff on it. Well equipped to turn away some blades.
Hell yeah. So
That's true. Lucian, are you proficient in two-handed apple eating?
Probably.
I don't know if Lucian is proficient in
I mean, I'm-
one-handed apple eating.
I mean, I
You ever
think
seen
he
an
is. He's a
apple?
monk, and he is a dual wielder. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Actually,
Yeah, I'm
I
a
think
dual
that-
there. Yeah, I could definitely eat apples, and I mean, you guys probably
but can
could.
you? But
I
can you walk
could.
at the same time?
That's pushing a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's rough. All right, I'm gonna go refill my coffee cup. But Roscoe, we're back at you. You are in. God damn it, I keep forgetting this guy's name. We will get the hang of this, I promise. You are in Jerome's. Jerome
Yeah.
Melvant. The two of you are smoking on some pipes and finishing off that bottle of wine in his back
Yeah.
room, and he's kind of shut the shop down for the day. It's about 5, 6 o'clock by now. And he says his assistant comes in and he kind of looks at you shyly and then whispers into Jerome's ear, and Jerome says, "Oh, your donkey's done."
oh sweet. I would like to have a little privacy while I prepare these Carpenters Guild papers. Then I'll take my donkey and be on my way. If you don't mind.
Jerome raises an eyebrow at you and he says, "Don't you have a house for that?"
Yeah, I suppose you're right. You're right.
I'd hate to be an accessory.
Yeah, you know, yeah. All right. So,
Farewell, Roscoe.
take
Come
my
back,
donkey.
man. Come back and be sure you bring me that money you owe me next time.
What paid you the money?
Oi, you paid me the money, eh?
I paid you
And
enough
so that's
money.
as you're walking out the door, you grab your donkey and walk on out. The two of you, you and Jerome, have always had a bickering sort of relationship.
Yeah.
So, whatever, just blow him off, walk out, grab your donkey. As you're
He keeps
stepping
bugging
back,
me about money. I'd say, man,
so
Tom is expired on that debt.
it's only $100,
that's
man.
how
Why
it
you still
works.
worried about that? Alright.
I paid you for today's shit, didn't I?
All right, so you're after you've got the donkey. As far as you know, the rest of your party is still at the end of the alley at the end of Steel Avenue.
Yeah.
Are you heading back to them, or do you have some other agenda on your mind?
I think I'm gonna head back to the Laughing Goblin.
Okay, so you have to go through Podol Plaza to do so.
Yeah.
And as you pass by Mr. Okra, a familiar sight, I got
Mr. Okra.
Yellow Squash says, "Hey,
Man,
Roscoe, how
I
you
miss-
doing, man?"
I miss Mr. Okra. I'm gonna buy some vegetable. Just one thing of vegetable. Just one vegetable item.
All right.
Oh, by the way,
Vegetable item.
the
I
money
hear it,
for
but I
the
can't see it.
donkey, the money for the donkey, right in front of my character sheet. Oh, here,
Oh,
yeah.
that's the rest of it.
That was
you
money
owe?
for the donkey.
All
Yeah.
right, all right, gotcha.
All right.
Okay, so as you're walking out into Podol Plaza, you come across the rest of your companions in their company.
I'm gonna buy a watermelon. That's what I'm.
All right, that's 50 silver, and it's the same as a ration.
All right.
So, walking through Podol Plaza, you are interacting with, I almost said Dr. Gonzo. The fuck, Mr. Okra, and
Dr. Gonzo.
Yeah, I know, right? What am I thinking? So all of your companions walk up. In their company is a familiar-looking dwarf, vaguely familiar. You saw him this morning. He's looking a little bit better than he was, but he's still covered in like bloody bandages. And again, he is walking through sheer force of stubbornness alone.
Oh shit, Mr. Dwarf, hold on, man.
And the rest of you walk up on Mr. Okra just as Roscoe buys this. He's a halfling, so he's like 3 feet tall. It's like this fucking giant watermelon.
I'm like
And,
2'10".
Yeah, and he
Watermelon's as
he
big
just
as you.
I guess are you eating it?
No, I'm carrying it.
He's just carrying this
bring
giant
it.
fucking watermelon. It's like the size of a beer keg on a normal person, like over his shoulder. It's fucking huge. One
Roscoe, what
singular
the hell have
vegetable
you
item.
gotten yourself into?
I haven't seen Mr. Okra in so long. I had to buy a
I
watermelon.
got red bell peppers.
Mm.
And I
But
got
hold
yellow
on.
squash.
yellow
bell
peppers.
What is this dwarf doing, man? I mean, he looks rough. Have y'all?
I got green
I'll
beans.
admit, I'll admit.
I thought my hookup was supposed to hook you up.
Oh yeah, he's got a donkey following behind
You
him
got a
too. By the way, I
hookup.
forgot. Thanks, Malcolm.
Yeah, I got her. I'm leading it with the bridle and yeah.
His donkey's got some pretty
Nice
fancy
donkey.
leather armor on it.
Would you like to ride the donkey?
No, I'm
look
good,
rough.
lad, thank you.
Would you like some wine? You're a dwarf. I imagine you need a drink.
I guess I'll drink some wine. That'd be fine.
All right.
See, a
All right,
dwarf
are you,
pick up on the
are you-
side of the road? Hey.
Roscoe, are you sharing from your
Okay.
flask? Are you opening another bottle? What's
I was opening another bottle.
Okay, so you guys are walking through Podol Plaza. passing around a bottle of wine, which is, it's cool
Oh,
because
there it is.
Faerun is a lot like Louisiana in that you can just fucking drink alcohol on the street
Yeehaw!
anywhere. Pretty fucking cool. Texas.
Les
should take
Elefants?
it- Yeah.
And I cannot stress
I
this
can't stress this
enough.
enough. It's on roulette. All right. So anyway, you guys are walking through Poto Plaza. Does anybody remember where you were headed?
I
Oh, there it is.
believe we were going to the store to buy the where we could find some robes or something like that, like the cleric that we saw back this way. I
Yeah,
think.
but you don't know where that would be. What's the name of it? Does anybody
What?
remember the name of the place? Do you guys remember where you were going, or are you getting distracted?
I'm
I
just
do.
asking, why are y'all looking for a clothing shop?
Yeah, Roscoe has no idea what's going on. Oh, by the way, Roscoe, you noticed that Lucian is nowhere to be seen.
Where-
Roscoe-
Where's the monk with the loot?
That's exactly what I was about to ask you. If you'd
Listen.
seen Lucian anywhere, apparently he came this way.
Oh my God, Mr. Okra, Mr. Okra.
I got
Have you
what?
seen a really weird guy who looks like he was born yesterday, had a mask on, really pale motherfucker.
You say he was born yesterday?
He say
You ain't got to say no
talk
more,
like-
Shaq. I got you. He went that fucking way.
All right, thank you, Mr. Okra.
All right.
Okay,
Okay, so Lucian, you are you're inside of the Velvet Doublet. Sorry, give me some time.
Are you-
I really got
Are you getting killed by my
to arrange
puns?
this stuff better.
Monk with the loot. A bardic monk.
A bardic monk.
Yeah, the monk with the loot. A bardic monk.
18.
I got you.
I might have made too many locations in the city for this particular week, but that's okay. We'll get to them. Okay, so you are inside of the Velvet Doublet, and it's a squat wooden building. The outside has got like some colonnades along the front that have like gold gilding on them. It's obviously a very, very high-end shop. Lore overload. Yeah, man, you should see my my YouTube playlist from this past week.
No.
This is crazy. I've spent so many fucking hours just listening to that shit. Dave, I linked you a lot of it. About half, maybe. Anyway, so it's a very, very high-end clothing shop. The interior has these fancy wood-carved mannequins that look like they're all carved from one piece of wood, like this giant tree trunk carved down into a mannequin, and they're wearing just resplendent clothing. Brocades, gold gilding, etc., etc. And your companion, who has along the way introduced himself to you as Rudy, his name's Rudy Wowpole, and he's alongside you, and he's looking at all the stuff, and he's like, "Man, I bet you're glad you ran into me, aren't you?"
I sure am, Rudy.
Yeah,
Drank them all
yeah, you'd
out,
have
but
never
yeah,
found
sure.
this place. You see how many alleyways we had to go through to get here? You'd have never found this place without me. He's like looking at the
Nah,
most expensive
I'd have
thing on the
left
wall,
town
and he's
by the
like,
time
"Man,
I
I think
found
I'm
here."
gonna get this one."
Wait.
No, and then he goes over to the
Get
next one. He's
down.
like, "No, this is the one I need."
Is Lucian in there, or did we get in there yet?
No, just Lucian.
Okay.
Lucian and the
Nah, he's me.
I shit you not, the place is named the elderly, very, very old and decrepit elven male. He looks a lot like what you used to look like on the Shadowfell, Lucian. But he is genuinely that old. He walks with a crook, and he has like a cane, and he has like this long. He's bald on the top, but he's got like this long white hair that's tied back in a colorful ribbon, and he's wearing like a bright blue suit with like gold trim, like tails on the coat stuff. And his name is Fellow Sophia. Fellow Sophia. I didn't make that up. That
There's no
came
way I
from
can spell
fucking one of the. Yeah, no, it's a ridiculous name, isn't it? But that is his fucking name. And he fucking gets irritated if you call him
Sophia?
by anything else. Yes,
Like
Fellow
philosopher?
Sophia.
Yeah. A
And
fellow
he
Sophia,
walks
I
over
got you.
to Rudy, who is going through, and he's just like, no, I want this. He's like just running around the shop trying to figure out what he's gonna have Lucian buy him. And he walks over to Rudy and he says, keep your filthy hands off of my merchandise. And Rudy's like, he fucking wipes his hands off on his shirt and leaves these big brown handprints on it. He looks down at it, he's like, whatever. And he doesn't touch anything else, but he's still just like going through everything.
Fellow Sophia, I take it that you run this establishment?
He says, for many, many years, I have run this establishment. I have clothed the greatest lords and the greatest lords. That's pretty much it. It's not really a span. It's the greatest lords, yes. They all come to me for their clothing.
So on the way here,
And he looks at
I
the
passed
bags
a
over
woman
your
with
shit.
a...
Are you asking him questions or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna
He's eyeing the
ask him,
bags on your
I
shoulder.
found this woman on the way over there. Yeah. I mean,
Mm-hmm. A
I'm sure
woman,
everyone's-
yes.
And she had this really cool sun on the front of her shirt. And it was something like these robes. And I was wondering...
Oh,
if
you
could
pull those
make
robes out of the
something
bag?
similar for me. Yeah.
Pull those
Those are
robes out of the bag? Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay,
I'll show him and ask him if he can do...
And he takes them.
same.
He takes them from
Uh,
you, and he inspects them, and he says, he's kind of got his nose in the air a little bit, just like in general. He's like, these are reasonable craftsmanship. Where did you find these robes? And Rudy
they
has
come
started
from my order.
shuffling through everything, and he fucking walks over with the cane and fucking slaps Rudy on the wrist with his cane. Stop touching my clothing! He comes back to you.
So, fellow Sophia, they came from my order. I'm a monk
Your
of the
order?
Raven Queen.
The
My
Raven
order.
Queen.
I just start talking kind of like him, like I'm trying to adapt his.
Oh, you're like mirroring his speech pattern.
Mocking.
Yeah, like a little
Yeah.
bit.
Well, okay,
No,
well-
not
well-
like mocking.
Well,
Well,
no,
I mean,
mocking
it
Mimicry
all
is
bad.
the most
Mimic.
sincerest form of flattery.
Okay,
Yeah.
so for those of you who are
Yeah.
viewing and are not familiar with Lucian's character, his background is, what's it called, Lucian?
It's a far traveler.
Far Traveler, yeah. So his background, basically, he's like unfamiliar with the customs. He's like in a new land that he's never been in before. So he's, when you say mocking, I
I'm like-
sort of think it's like a sarcastic, sort of like trying
No,
to rile him
yeah,
up thing.
no,
Whereas what I
just
think
mimicking.
Lucian is going for is he's playing his background and trying to mimic.
Yeah.
He's trying to act natural because this
Yeah,
is what
like
he
trying to, like,
perceives
fit
as
in.
being natural. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
speaking of which, I'll give you an inspiration for that. You've been killing that background and flaw today.
What?
So,
Thank you.
where were we?
He's mimicking the guy on
yes,
the robes.
he
and-
looks at you
Yeah.
strangely, and he doesn't say anything, but he looks at you very suspiciously when you start to mimic his speech pattern.
He kind of like noticing that like he's kind of like looking at him a little weird. He like extends his hand out like that woman did for like a handshake that he didn't know until like.
Okay,
she
he
said
he puts his hand out and he shakes your hand. He says, "Yes, hello, hello. I am fellow
Hello.
Sophia. Yes.
Hello.
And you are, by the way. You haven't given me your name.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Lucian.
Ah,
Lucian Hanali.
And he starts like running his hand over the golden robes, and he says, "Now, what did you want me to do here?" He says, "You mentioned a Raven Queen. I have no idea who this Raven Queen is. In my 500 years of life, I have no idea who this Raven Queen is."
I would like you to put a picture of a woman with feathers.
A
on the front of
woman with feathers, like a harpy.
of a raven. No, more like
Yeah.
a woman cloak, like with a cloak full of feathers.
Okay. All right. So he starts digging
face
through your or he starts looking at it, and he says, "How much are you looking to spend on this?"
Mm,
So you came to the Velvet Doublet, I assume. and that you are aware that you are receiving the finest in craftsmanship that Flan has to offer.
So being that this is all that's worked so far, he's gonna like hold out a silver spoon and be like, "Is this enough?"
He takes a spoon from you and he says, you got about 50 more of these?
No. How about this? And he pulls out a silver fork.
He says, 48 more, yeah. 49 more, yeah.
God dang it.
He,
What?
without looking, he fucking uses his cane and just whacks the shit out of Rudy's hands again, because he's just like digging through he's like touching all the fucking merchandise and stuff. Rudy like shrieks. All right. So about this time, Rudy, we're gonna go back to everybody else momentarily. Go ahead and take these back.
Yeah.
Wrong. Take that. Go ahead and take
Give me
these
those.
back.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go back to everyone else. You guys are exiting Podol Plaza. You were also going down to the Velvet Doublet in hopes that that's where Lucian is, correct?
Yes.
All right, so you all make it to the outside of the Velvet Doublet. Again, it's kind of a squat wooden structure. The structure itself is not particularly impressive, but it's got like these sort of like bas relief carvings of columns along the front of the building, and they're like gilded with gold foil. There's a sign out front that says the Velvet Doublet. The sign is shaped like a shirt. It's like bright purple with gold letters.
What in the name of the gods could that monk be wanting to do in this flippant place?
Normally,
Give me a perception check.
Well,
No,
my
continue.
sister
Give
said
me a
that
perception
she's
check as well.
on his way to get some clothes.
This
I
isn't
would say
closed.
normally, I would go in disguise and rob this place, but no. I think we need to go in and grab him before
17.
he spends all of our loot on
Okay.
nothing.
Outh. Through the immaculately clean windows, there's a glare on them, but you manage to see through the glare, and you see Lucian at the front counter with another person standing next to him. Seems to be a male. He's got a top hat on, a dingy white shirt with the sleeves cut off, and red and black vertical stripes on his pants. And it looks like Lucian is digging through his bags. There are several garments on the front counter, and Lucian is digging through his bags. Digging through your bags. All of your bags.
Alf steps into the doorway. Lucian!
Okay,
I am right behind
as you
him.
walk in, Felicifia is very impatiently strumming at his forehead, and he is. Give me an insight check, please.
Ouch.
What'd you get, Alf?
21.
Damn, son. Fucking cheating. All right, so you can tell that what's going on is Lucian is about to buy a bunch of shit, and the old man behind the counter, whose name you don't know, is there's like a gold investment laying out on the table that you recognize. And it seems as though the proprietor of the place is sort of vexed, because here's this person that has this, like, you know, really nice and golden vestment. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
These really nice,
Yeah, it's like a
fancy
robe.
robes.
Yeah, yeah.
But first of all, he's not wearing it, and secondly, he doesn't have any money. So he's really confused because he feels as though this person has some money. So he's not just going to run him out of the shop as he normally would. In fact, he's even dealing with this other person who's still just leaving grimy handprints all over. Even
Someone
even the
Roscoe
golden
wouldn't
robes.
trust.
I lost my train of thought, but yeah, he's dealing with all of this inconvenience that he would normally deal with because he feels like there's got to be some money here.
Okay.
The rest of you were
approach-
standing outside.
No, I'm going in.
I'm
Okay,
approaching the
Roscoe
counter.
steps in the door. Nevin, Berwin, what are you guys doing? Berwin, I haven't heard a word from you in a while.
I'm gonna follow inside.
Okay.
With the rest.
All
I'll
right.
trail his last.
Okay. Dave comes in last. Andrew, I'm sorry, Nevin, what are you doing?
I follow inside.
Oh, okay, so everybody's inside. I've set the scene.
Lucian, what in the nine hells are you doing?
Ah,
Oh, I forgot, Nevin. As
Friends.
you step inside of the building, roll me a perception check, please.
And by the way, does Roscoe recognize Rudy?
No.
Okay.
Yes, but in passing. Yeah, it's somebody from town that you've seen before, but no, you don't really know him.
Okay.
18.
18. Okay, you recognize Rudy as your brother. Or
Yeah,
as you know him from being children. His actual name is Ruru. But he has
Ruru,
nicknamed
hey,
himself.
how's it
apparently.
going?
And he turns to you and he says,
What?
He says, Nevin! And he runs over to you and he gives you a big grimy hug and he like touches your face fondly and he says, it's Rudy now.
Rudy, that's right. Our sister's saying, what are you doing changing your name to Rudy?
He says, it's more fitting. He,
I would just like
he looks-
everybody to know Roscoe is looking at this guy very suspiciously. He can smell his own.
So he puts his arm around Nevin and leads Nevin out through the door back into Podol Plaza. All of the rest of you are still inside of the Velvet Doublet.
Lucian, seriously, what are you doing? Why do you have this gold investment on the
Solution
counter here?
completely ignores this. And he's like, friends, I got you gifts. And he pulls out like an apple and like a squash and something. And gives each one of them to you. Yeah, like a bell pepper. Something that you probably wouldn't even like to like eat raw. But no, better yet, an onion. It's like an onion, a potato, and I don't know, like an orange. Like one of them's good, and he just kind of randomly hands them out.
Roscoe's already got a
But,
giant
I
watermelon
saw
over
this
his
woman-
shoulder.
Yeah, okay. Thank
Just
you, man.
holding-
But,
I'm holding an onion, and it's just look
But,
at the onion.
No, I
look at
came to get
Lucian.
some.
actually, I think I put my watermelon in the
Donkey's carrying it?
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. All right, Lucian was explaining what he was doing to you guys, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I was. I thought my clothes looked a little plain, and everyone seems to be so nice at giving me all these new things. So I thought I would just come here, and I'm trying to get them, but this guy won't take this spoon and give me what I want, which is kind of how everything's been working so far.
Yes, he has no coins.
No, he does
Sophia
not.
pipes
Let's,
in. He has
We're
no
going,
coins.
And no, you can't have
He
it.
has no coins. We got no coins. We're not gonna pay for any clothing. We're done here, man.
Lucian.
We're good.
Lucian.
We're leaving.
What?
Thank you for your service, but we're leaving, sir. I'm sorry for your trouble.
Thank you for
We'll get out
wasting
of
my
your hair.
time.
Yes.
Lucian, put the gold
Sorry
investment
for
away.
wasting your time.
Okay, so while
Al,
all this is going on, Nevin, Rudy walks you out of the store, and you're standing outside with there's a watermelon on top of a donkey, and
There's a what?
there's a watermelon. There's a donkey with some hide attached to it, and the saddle with a watermelon on it, and Rudy he's talking to you, and he says it's been a long time since we've seen one another, my brother. What's it been? 2 years?
It's been probably more than that, right? Yeah, about 2-3 years. What have you been up to?
I've been, on the up and up, mate. Doing well.
Yeah.
Still doing the sailing thing. Same with you. You still been at
Yes,
sea?
Steve. Yeah, we still at sea and all that. I saw our sister. She said that she saw you recently, right? You've been hanging out with her.
Oh yeah. She and I hang out all the time.
Okay. So what were you doing with our buddy Lucian in there?
Well, he was looking for a place to buy some clothes, so I was just helping him out,
Okay. So
And
our
he
sister was
he
saying,
looks around real shifty like. Give me a perception check. Or an insight, not perception. Sorry, insight.
At advantage since I know my brother.
Yeah. Yes. Sure.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Because I keep on rolling the same damn thing. 11. No
11.
games.
All right. He's eyeing that watermelon on the donkey, and he's like kind of looking back and forth, kind of shifty like. He says, "So when's the last ship you went out on?"
Yeah.
When's the last ship you went out on?
Brother, you hungry?
I could eat. Yeah.
You could eat. Yeah. Okay.
Eat, yeah.
I'm gonna pull out the cinnamon bun for him. I'm gonna say, brother, I haven't seen you in a while. Give it to some,
I haven't seen you in a while. Here's the cinnamon bun.
Yeah, no, he greedily takes it from you and just starts like moshing down on it. He's like responding to all your questions kind of like half-heartedly. Well, yeah, speaking of which, brother, you don't when's the last ship you went out on?
Oh, I haven't been out on a ship in a while.
Boy, same
wow,
here.
what you got?
Same here. Me captain's been he's been kind of stingy with the crew. You wouldn't you wouldn't happen to have a couple of gold I could borrow from you? I'll get you back.
You don't have to get me back.
But I will. I will. It's just right on the horizon. On the next ship, we're gonna catch all the shrimp, mate.
and Even is all about his brother, but he's all about helping people out. Material things don't matter. He drops off all these copper bars to him. That's from his personal stash, not from the group stuff.
Give me an insight check, please. Continue, but give me an insight check while you narrate. I'm sorry.
14. So yeah, take these things. It's just a burden on my back. Here's some food. Here's some copper and all that. Get you on your feet. I need you to start, being a little bit more sufficient, man. You got to be helping people out.
All right, what did you get on your insight check?
I think 11 again.
Terrible.
11 again. Okay, that's enough. You even with advantage?
I didn't roll a second. I'm not roll volume as greatest.
Doesn't really matter, but yeah.
Dude, it's 12.
Okay, 12, sure. That 1 point. So you can tell as you hand over all of these copper bars, he seems to be like there's a moment of kind of like disappointment in his eyes. But he takes them anyway. And he gets all of his sticky cinnamon bun fingers all over him. And what is that? That's like 1, 2, that's 9. That's 9 pounds of copper you just gave him. So he distributes it between, some little bags he's got on his belts and whatnot. And he says, "All right, then. Thank you, me brother." And he gives you a big sticky hug and a kiss on the cheek and leaves your fucking cheek all sticky. And he just fucking snakes off across the plaza in this direction. Off in this direction. And about that time, everyone else comes out of the shop with Neven or with Lucian in tow. Lucian doesn't seem to be particularly happy about being dragged out of the shop.
No,
but he is coming along. How much are you fighting? Are you guys dragging him out? What's happening?
A good bit because
I'm trying to
this
put a
new
hand on
dwarf
his
guy.
Yeah,
who I've never met has fancy clothes, and you guys won't let me get fancy clothes.
Hey, the dwarf guy.
I think that's kind of unfair.
To be fair, the dwarf guy does have some fancy ass clothes. Corwin, what are your Did you
Garments.
see the garments that I gave you? Did you see the equipment that I gave you, by the way?
Yes.
Right here.
I am currently wearing.
And also right here.
While he's doing
okay,
that,
Okay.
or, I'll wait.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm currently wearing very, very fancy studded leather armor, and I'm using like a quarterstaff as like my crutch, I would guess.
Got one arm in a sling, holding a big arm curled around the quarterstaff on the other side, putting all your weight on it.
Correct.
Neck brace,
Very, very
head
fancy.
bandage.
All stitched up.
Yeah, big stitch on your face. That's true. Yeah, no, he's got like big
Big
scar on his
stitch.
face.
It actually crosses the nose.
Damn, that
Giant
sucks.
stitches. Yeah, it does. It hurts. I don't have a blade though. It's driving me crazy.
Oh,
Lucian,
I don't have a blade either. Yeah.
Lucian,
Yeah.
I could
Listen,
make some money
listen.
if I had a knife. Does anyone even have at least a knife?
take these, and Alf pulls out the set of fine clothes that he had in his bag.
oh, there you go.
I'm not one for wearing fancy clothing. It's not my style. But to make you feel better, because you couldn't get the fancy clothes we were in the shop for, have these.
All right, so Lucian, they are not
But these don't
nearly
have a picture of
as
the raven.
dazzling as
Yeah.
what you have been looking
What
at.
I'm looking for.
But
Yeah.
they are, fancy clothes. It's upscale, kind of normal garments, so they are much more stylish, and they're better than what you got on.
So hey, good buddy Lucian, why don't you just lighten your burden a little bit and put those bags on the donkeys? Let him carry it, man. I mean, before you fucking run us into a goddamn poorhouse.
He's about to change his clothes in the middle of Podol Plaza anyway.
That's what I was thinking about the whole time. But Neiman's
Roscoe's done it before. He
Is that
doesn't
what you're
care.
doing, Lucian? Is that
So
what you're
while,
doing,
Lucian
Lucian?
is
while I'm
debating
saying
whether to
that,
put on the
I'm
new
grabbing the bags
fine clothes.
and putting them on the donkey.
What's Lucian debating?
He's just debating on whether to put on the new. Which set of clothes to put on? The gold vestments that he already has,
Well, the gold
or
vestment,
the
if you
new
look
fine
at
clothes.
it, is like kind of like what a
It's like a
like
priest robe.
ceremonial robe. So you would wear it over the fine clothes,
Yeah.
technically. I mean, if
Well,
you
then
wanted to wear
boom,
both,
problem
that would
solved.
be that would be the standard. It would be probably a little bit taboo to be nude under the vestments. But
That's probably true.
you're kind of Mr. Taboo, so do with that what you will.
While Lucian is
Nah,
changing,
the
I'm
idea
just gonna
happened
take the
from
bags and put them on the donkey.
All right. The donkey is now carrying a whole bunch of bags.
I step up to Lucian. I'm like, Lucian, we've got a lot of things to teach you about how things work around here.
Yeah, I don't know where you guys went. And I've just been
Gee.
wandering around. I mean, I
Where'd
made some
y'all go?
good
You left
friends.
me.
Some nice people, yeah. And here you come. I have a feeling Roscoe's mad at me. I gave him food. I mean, this is the best thing ever. Try that. Eat that thing, Roscoe. You'd be amazed. You've never
Yeah,
tasted
yum
anything so
yum.
good.
Thanks for the onion. Gee, thanks.
That's great. I remember you eating
By the
grubs
way-
not long ago. This is way better.
By the way, Neven.
Yeah.
No, Roscoe probably ate the fucking onion, dude. Roscoe ate the onion.
I just
raw.
put that in some crawfish boil.
Say it like it, yeah, he just. But no, he put stash. But Neven, Neven, who was that shady ass motherfucker that you left with?
I didn't go anywhere with you, Roscoe.
No, but
Burn.
Oh, Neven, here's your.
who was that
Right.
shady motherfucker that you left with? that looked like he was about to rob the joint.
That, my friends, was my brother. He sank low. I gave him some of my coppers, helped him get back on his feet, but everybody deserves a chance. We'll see.
I'm surprised you two aren't more familiar there, Roscoe.
I don't deal with low rent people like that.
I like it. I like it. That's actually a good attitude, Roscoe. Like I'm into it. Do you have an inspiration point? Yes, you do. Can't give you another
Fair
until
enough.
you use it. You guys should use those inspiration points sometime. We'll talk about it later, but I have something new that I want to do as far as inspiration is concerned. But we'll talk about that later.
All right, now that we're all back together, we've got things situated.
Sun's beginning to go down. It's about 6:30,
Lucian.
7 o'clock.
Can you give us back that gold vestment? I understand it's very nice. We'll find you something much fancier, but that would be better left. Perhaps the man inside the shop would buy that from you, and then you'd have more gold coins.
So Lucian will like reach into the bag that's in the donkey and pull out a second gold vestment and be like, "You can have this one."
Dude! I am gonna slap Lucian across the back of the head and take the gold vest
tell you
and
what,
shove it back in the donkey's back. No, it's not.
Shoves it back in the bag.
Yes, it is. It has always been mine. Thank you very much.
Fine. Listen,
No, we have a lot. We have a
keep that
lot to discuss, Lucian. No.
keep the one you're wearing. Then that one's yours. You can have it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you can't just go around giving people all of these items. They have monetary value.
I didn't give him.
Mono
Or
Hootie,
anything.
what you?
Yeah. What even is this?
You know what? You know
Look,
what,
look.
Lucian?
Here's what we do.
Shut
We'll
up.
go-
We'll just take care of you, okay?
we'll-
But regardless, tell me what's missing. You don't even know.
I mean,
Can you tell me? Can you tell me
you
how
just
many
told
things
me-
you gave me?
you just told me you were running around all day using spoons to buy things. You told me yourself,
Tell me-
man.
The guy in
How
there-
many
pretty
spoons
good,
did we
huh?
have?
I don't know how many
said
we
you tried
had,
to
and
play
the
with a
gods
fork.
above. I don't even want to begin to hazard how many spoons you were gonna give away to get a gold vest.
How many fucking spoons did you have?
Just 3. I just gave
Fine.
away 2. Just
Listen.
2.
Listen, let's
I was keeping most of it for everyone.
find an inn. It's getting late. We'll find a place to sleep for the night, and in the morning we can resupply. Maybe look around, see if there's anything we need / or want. Glancing at Lucian.
Oh. You know what we need? There's this
Dog.
thing called a... And it looks really fun.
You made friends with the dog earlier. I gave it a
We
cinnamon roll.
Roscoe just
Yeah,
shakes his
you
head.
see?
I am tired of being chased by dogs. No.
we could always try to. A dog's not a terrible idea. We could get a nice trained dog, one to watch
Do,
over. Help
Any
guard
of
for
them.
sleeping and whatnot.
do any of you have
Roscoe's
any
got a big
skills with
dog.
animals?
I mean, you get a trained
got a
This is a
dog.
donkey. They're stupid. Whatever.
Dog's stupid.
Whatever.
Fine, let's find an inn. Come on.
This one is. Bill is
Let's do
stupid.
Hey, vegetable man. What was it, Mr. Okra? Was
Mr.
it?
Okra.
Yeah.
Mr. Okay.
Vegetable man.
I got water. Yeah, what?
He's my friend too.
Where's the
Hell
nearest?
yeah! He gives you like a
inn?
little fancy handshake and stuff. Lucian, nearest
Yeah.
inn.
Roscoe just shakes
I
his
almost
head.
get it
Don't
right.
worry
He
about
points,
it.
uh,
I'm taking
He
him
points.
out.
If you're new in town, you need to check out the Laughing Goblin. That's not Mister
Yeah, that's exactly
Okra's
where we were
voice,
going,
but
sir.
Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, you need to check out the Laughing Goblin. Although Neven, Berwin, and Roscoe very likely have. Well, Neven has a rowboat that he lives in, so his digs are not very welcoming. But I'm sure maybe Roscoe or Berwin have a house in town where you wouldn't have to go necessarily rent a room.
Yeah, I mean, I have a low It was a moderate income house.
Yeah. So you would be
Close to the Laughing Goblin.
I
I thought.
mean, there's not really a
or-
lot of residential area over here.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Wait,
I'm sorry.
I made friends with remember that buddy Timmy? You know, he's got that dog and all that. Let's pick up some food. We'll go meet his parents. We sent him home with some cinnamon rolls. He's got that window.
Let's just go.
So,
and
Roscoe,
no,
your house.
Let's just go and stop spending goddamn loot. Goddamn.
Yo, Roscoe, how about this for
Okay.
your house? How's that?
That sounds good to
Kind
me.
of it's in the low-ish income area, but it's not at the
Yeah.
bottom of the loop. It's sort of halfway. It's low
Roscoe-
class, but it's not Roscoe's, but it's not necessarily a slum. It's somewhat
yeah.
respectable home. All right, so everyone heads over to Roscoe's house for the evening, and you guys, it has been a fucking wonderful game. It's already 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's time to
Yep.
fucking call it, but that's where we're gonna go ahead and stop. So everybody goes to Roscoe's house to divvy up the loot. Roscoe,
That's
what are
gonna
you
be fun.
what are you doing with your donkey at your house?
Tying them up in the front, I guess. I mean,
Tying 'em up outside?
it's trying to.
Middle of the fucking street.
Well, I mean, it's not really a street there. Roscoe kind
No,
of
it's
lives in
not
an
uncommon, I would
alleyway,
think.
kind of. So
Yeah.
Oh, it's in the alley. He's tying the donkey in the alley. Good
yeah,
plan.
tying a donkey up in the alley. I mean, that's kind of what you do with a donkey if you have a house, right? Especially if you use
Well,
it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I suppose.
It's as good a plan as any, and I'm gonna go ahead and lock that. Berwin, Neven, where's your house, dude?
Well, no, even remember we had said that he was. Now that there's that wall there, it's
Yeah, the inside
put
of the
him on
wall
your
would be. Okay, so Neven lives outside of the wall.
yeah. I think outside the wall, hops over,
Okay.
leans it up on one side. He's got his back to the wall.
He lives right.
I'll get Lucian to help me build a stable extension on my house
Okay.
with his carpentry skills.
All right. So we got Neven's
That's it,
rowboat
I can
home. Berwin, do you have a house, or did
But
you
you have
say
to
that
quit
you
fussing at
primarily
me.
stay on the ships that you work on?
Yeah, I
Um,
stay on
No
the ship that I
promises.
work-
okay. So in the absence of
Didn't
a
expect
ship,
any.
you don't have a house to mark yet. We'll deal with docking your ship some other time.
Mhm.
Next week or something like that, and then we'll put a marker out for it somewhere.
I plan on saving up some money and buying myself a nice keep, getting
All
myself
right.
some men at arms. You know, retiring like a soldier would.
All right, guys. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and end the stream. Thank you all for coming by and sticking around, and thanks for the follows. Malcontent, Rada, Roar Snarl. I thought you had already followed Lucian.
No, it's
And,
probably the other name.
Rabid Kitty 4, thank you guys so much for the follow. I think several of those were during the week, but still.
Yep.
Malcolm, thanks for sticking around. I didn't realize you were still here, man. We stream every Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I think the Tuesday streaming is going so much better than those Saturday sessions that we were
Yeah.
doing.
We
So-
just
Yeah.
it's just that initial fucking Steam or
yeah.
tabletop.
Yeah,
You know, I got nothing
which
to
has
say.
gotten better
But-
recently, actually.
Yeah.
Well, that and we get to fuck around on camera for a bit too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it gives a
Yeah.
good. It's okay. We've been getting lucky because it's been happening right at the beginning of the stream. When we first started playing on Tuesday, it was happening right in the middle. But I mean, either way, we're getting much better at rolling with the punches, and I guess just keeping the game going. Because like last time, it dropped in the middle of the game. We weren't in a situation where we needed it.
cut the
so we just
stream
kept
or
right on
anything.
playing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, you guys. Well, thanks again. You can join us on Discord. There's our Discord link. I might have. Let's see. You son of a bitch. Nope. I guess we don't. So anyway, there's our Discord link. If you guys want to join in, we're pretty active during the week. You can find us also on Facebook. Facebook.com/MoonSeaMartyrs. We're gonna have to rebrand the stream at some point once we get a solid enough following to not risk losing affiliateship. We'll rebrand the stream entirely. Oh yeah, I'll be at TRF this weekend. That's my plan. I stayed home last weekend and saved some money because it was supposed to be so fucking cold. But,
Yeah.
It was actually not that bad.
that's good. I'm glad.
I think it warmed up, but it's supposed to get cold again, but not too bad.
I need to buy a Mr. Buddy heater before this weekend.
Off you.
So
You
you
juggle
guys,
fire. It can never be that cold.
Hey, listen, the show is only for like 30 minutes, so I'm
Yeah,
not
while
on
it
fire
hurts.
all day.
Wallet hurting at TRF if you're not working is a serious thing. So also, you guys, what do you think about the new Flan map?
I
I
like,
like it. I like it.
I like it.
I
Good.
got this on the Dungeon Masters Guild, I think is what it's called. If you guys haven't checked it out, you should. It's got some. I mean, you can buy like the old PDFs and stuff. I bought the
I guess
Moonseed
that's the
second edition PDF for like $10. It's good stuff though. But this
Mr.
was
Mr. Okra's fruit stands right next to the well we went
Actually-
down to.
actually Mr. Okra's fruit stand is on the well.
Oh shit!
Dun,
Whenever
dun,
I described
dun.
it, the well has, this is not new. It's always
It's been like
been
capped off.
yeah, it's capped off and mortared on, and Mr. Okra has all of his fruit crates stacked on top of and around the well. So, but anyway, yeah, no, we're totally gonna end the stream here. Thanks you guys for sticking around. Thanks for coming. Thanks for all the follows.
Thank you.
We will
Bye.
be back next week.